Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
You're going to college. All the hard work's paid off. It's going to be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. New friends, new athletic teams, new musical groups, new student government to get involved in, 85 organizations. It's going to be amazing. And I think one of the first things that you'll realize when you get here, at least I hope this is the case, is that although academics are the most important thing, no doubt about it, got to take care of the academics, time management, not a kid anymore, right? Young adult. The college is a whole lot more than that in a place like this. It is an experience. College is an experience that will last you for the rest of your life. The relationships that you make here, the memories, the late night stuff, the whole 9 yards is just going to be great.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you leave.
Go. continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Hello and welcome to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College. Homecoming 2021 is here. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Ian Wentz, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy up in the booth with you for the game today. Should be a good one, but two teams with opposite records. 2-0 for the visiting Greenville Panthers, 0-2 for the home Adrian College Bulldogs, but who knows what can happen. It's homecoming. The fans are finally in here at Docking Stadium. Festivities down on the field pre-game. So, Jay, you've been involved in the atmosphere.
Yeah, let me just start off for anyone watching on our YouTube channel. I know a lot of people listen on the radio. You're like, what? BCSN commercial in progress. We're actually pulling from Buckeye Cable Sports Network their video feed and commentating over the top of it. So actually, it's way easier for us. We don't have to run any cameras, anything like that, and you guys will get great graphics, great production value from BCSN while still hearing, the awesome voices that we are, so. That's all I got.
Okay.
Also, and it's a great environment out there.
Right, yeah. Cool. And if you have any issue, just put it in the comments section. Jay will take care of it.
No.
He'll answer all your questions in that YouTube comment section.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, going to the field, I'll turn to you, Destin. What are we looking at first for the home team, the Bulldogs? Maybe this is someone's first time listening or watching the Bulldogs. What can they expect?
They can expect a show from our quarterback, Jack Warzer, and they can expect our defense to come out and be strong again like they were last week. This is a team that needs to get that first victory, and what a better way to get that first win than here at homecoming on our home field, and it's just a beautiful day.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's listening while they're here, but I'm sure they had a difficult time finding a parking spot. The campus is absolutely bumping right now. We're going to have a packed stadium, and it's going to be perfect for the Adrian College's first win. I'm calling it today.
All right.
I agree with you.
You heard it here in the pregame. To that note, and we'll get to the visiting Greenville University Panthers here in just a moment, but Jay, we were here last year for homecoming, one of the few games that were played in D3 against Olivet, and it was an absolute stunner, come from behind 18-point win.
Yeah, it was like the tale of two halves last week. I almost said Ohio State. The Adrian College offense just came alive there in the second half, made a huge come from behind victory. Now, obviously, they're not looking to do that this week. And if we look back at the last week where they traveled to Hanover, suffered a tough loss, that defense set the tone. And it was really Jack Warzer that didn't necessarily have his best day out on the field that, normally you expect to see that out of your senior quarterback. And, he's going to be the guy that they're going to rely on today because we were talking in pregame. We might be seeing a lot of points today.
Yeah, we might. Destin, speaking of those points, it takes two to tango. Greenville scores a lot of points.
Yeah, they do. That's a team that averages almost 40-something points. They dropped 50 before this season. This is a team that's really going to put points on the board, so it's important for our defense to really get after them, get after the football, get some turnovers, and get our offense the ball more times than they get the ball.
And you talk about growth during the season, and this obviously a non-conference game. The ones that count are in league play. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. But you saw this team play against Heidelberg, 24th ranked in the country. Last week we go to Hanover. Hanover was getting votes in D3Football.com rankings. So a couple of tough opponents. And you just want to see growth from the Bulldogs. Have you seen that from week 2 to 3, or week 1 to 2, and now from 2 to 3?
Yeah, especially in the defense. This is something we talked about week 1 when we were up here. We were talking about how the defense was just letting almost anything happen to them. And then they come back the next week, and they're getting stops, they're getting turnovers, and that's what we need here. And now we just need the offense to pick it up as well. If we can get both sides of the ball to be efficient, we're going to be a really great team going forward into the conference play especially.
And we'll look at the Adrian College offensive roster here in just a moment, but I'll go to Greenville first. They're starting quarterback number 4, a junior, Chase Butterfield, a running back, Paul Jarrett wears number 13, a 200-pound 5'9 junior, so he'll be tough to bring down. At wideout, it's Delry Crowder and Robin Reagans for Greenville. At tight end, Seth Logan. Left tackle is Derek Martinez. Left guard, Dustin Konvalinka. The center, Sam Fitch. Right guard, Matt Heitz. And the right tackle, Jamison Wolanski. That's the offense for Greenville. Who are the Bulldogs going to bring out on offense?
Well, on offense, at left tackle, we got Jack Salenza. At left guard, we got Josh Brown. At center, we got Ben Pelletier. Right guard, we got Matthew Pillow. Right tackle, Brandon Clark. And then at tight end, we got Tyler Poirier. And then at QB, we already know who it is, Jack Warzer. At wide receiver, we got Cole Sessler. Another wide receiver, Gage Pellis. And our last wideout, Donald Scott. And then at running back, we're going with Stephen Moses.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of, we talked a lot about Kenny Kujawa last week at receiver. They like to use him in kind of like a Percy Harvin type role. Get his hands on the ball, let him make plays. He's a smaller guy out there. Also got Malik Ray is going to come in at running back a lot. You know, the defensive player turned running back from just down the road there at Hudson. And obviously Preston Smith, we saw a ton of at receiver last week. So there's going to be a lot of names out there on offense that are going to be similar to what it was last week, but they're hoping for a better performance offensively.
Absolutely, and turning our attention to the defense for Greenville on the defensive line, Tobias Coleman, John McLaurin, the defensive lineman, also Thomas Linear, and Javera Bovell. At linebacker, it'll be Lakari Benjamin, Dwayne Garrett, Jaden Apple Gibbs, and cornerback Isaac Green and Larry Harris. The safeties Ashton Moultrie and Logan Kirk. As the game ball is dropped in here on Kapnick Field at Docking Stadium, dropped out of a plane, not just the ball. We're not doing it Gronk style, paragliding in here to the stadium. So a really cool atmosphere with the Bulldog marching band out there. So Dustin, looking at the Bulldog defense.
At our defensive ends, we got DeAndre Jennings and Justin Wiseman. Our defensive tackle is Zach Gallagher. Our inside linebackers, Kyler Minder and Conrad Dixon. Outside linebacker, Sam Madrid. Another outside linebacker, Andrew Nummer. Our safeties are Brandon Kwiatkowski. And then Donovan McCary. And
Kwiatkowski.
And then our corners are Bryce Tullis and Ty Deaton.
Yeah, that name Kwiatkowski you're going to be saying quite a lot today. He's one of the big playmakers on the defense side of the ball. Also some name that I feel like we haven't said quite as much this fall. I keep forgetting what season it is because everything messed up last year. DeAndre Jennings, a guy that can really make plays in the backfield. He made a few plays last week, but he's going to be a big-time playmaker if the Bulldogs are going to have success as they just now parachuted out of the sky.
And then one of those safeties, Kareem Owens, is someone I actually went to high school with back in the day. So I've seen him grown from middle school all the way here into college, and it's nice to see him. It's really nice to see him.
Really cool to see pre-game festivities continue. A 10 out of 10 on that landing as they're
just coming from everywhere.
Falling out of the sky. That's our third one going all out for homecoming. When you don't have one last year, you get to do triple this year. I think that was the agreement that they came to.
This one's heading toward the bleachers. We need to turn. There we go.
Did you bring your glove? You can catch it? No? All right, here we go. Check that out.
Perfect landing. Oh, no.
Oh, no, he slid. He's safe.
I think he did that on purpose.
Safe at the 28-yard line. All right, that being said, a couple minutes till kickoff. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll be right back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College, home for Bulldog football today. Home to many other athletic events throughout the year, but this afternoon it's football. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy up here in the booth as Bruiser, too, makes his way out onto the 50-yard line. Of course he'll shake.
You know,
he's such a good boy, isn't he, Jay?
He is a good boy, and a crazy journey for me. As I went to college here, graduated in 2015, I was able to become a news reporter in Toledo, and I actually reported on Bruiser, too, when he first was brought into Adrian College, and now he's a big boy now. He's not just that little puppy when they first brought him in. He's filling out just like the original Bruiser.
Plenty of energy in Bruiser. Here come the Bulldogs wearing pads. They're out on the field now, greeting their coaches, getting fired up for this one. Kickoff minutes away here at Adrian College. I want to talk about that defense a little bit more because they deserve it. I mean, last week they kept their offense in the game. A goal line stand at the end of the second half, couple of turnovers, and one player I want to talk about a minute is Sam Madrid. He's a local product from Adrian High School. Recovered a fumble last week, had an interception. So, Destin, looking at that linebacking core, are you expecting more big things today?
I expect more and better. I want them to be really aggressive tonight, especially after last week. They have some momentum going, and, it's homecoming. Your family's here. Your friends are here. You got everybody behind you. It's no reason to not be super aggressive. Get after the ball, get stops, and just get your offense out there because they can put some points on the board.
Yeah, high-scoring offense for Greenville as they travel up from the great state of Illinois here to take on the Bulldogs. They're wearing their home whites today. The Bulldogs wearing their base black uniforms. A little bit of that gold accent. The gold outline for the numbering is fantastic down there on the field. Get the captains lined up for both schools. They'll meet at the 50. Get ready for the coin toss.
Now, I would love to see Adrian choose to get the ball first. I want them to get the points on the board right away, get this crowd into it, get the fans into it, get the sideline into it. Once you get those first 7 points on the board, then everything goes from there.
Couldn't agree more, and something I'm not used to seeing from the Bulldog offense was something I saw last week. Not too much production. You need points when it boils down to it, and Jack Werzer missed some throws that last week, and he knows that. The coaches know it. Had receivers by a couple of steps. That's why I agree with you. I think if Adrian wins the toss, I think they want the ball just to fix those things right away because I think the defense has it figured out.
Yeah, and I think if you get your offense out there, you get them going, you get some rhythm, you know what works, you know what doesn't work, you know what ways to attack that defense. And if you can get your offense going, it just makes everything work so much easier for the rest of the team.
With that, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're tuned in to Adrian College Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
You're listening to Adrian College football on 107.9 WVAC Adrian.
And with that, we welcome you back to Kaepernick Field at Docking Family Stadium. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy. Get the coin toss. I do believe Greenville won the toss. They'll kick to the Bulldogs, so we get our wish, Destin, as we'll see Jack Werzer and the offense first. They'll move from the south side to the north side of the field. Ready to play some football. It's been a long day of festivities. A lot of pre-game events going on here on campus and around. I mean, the whole city of Adrian is bumping. I mean, you need to plan your drive time. Just add a few minutes on. just in case, especially if you want to get here to Adrian College as homecoming festivities continue here this afternoon.
Yeah, I know parking is limited. I live here and I couldn't get a spot.
Adrian College is going to be in their home blacks, Greenville in the road whites, and like you said, coming from the great state of Illinois. Not a short bus ride, so you know they're going to want to take a win with them back home. But if Adrian College defense plays like they did anyway, like they did last week, I got to think the offense is going to put a few things together, and they should have some success today.
Two offenses that on paper score a lot of points. We've seen this before, Jay, 7 days ago, and we had a 21-14 game, so who knows. Wind not a factor here in Adrian. If anything, it's blowing from the southwest, sort of into our face here in the broadcast booth along with the sun.
You know what the best part about this week is instead of last week?
We're here.
We're here. We're not in the middle of southeast Indiana.
All right, the run-up and the kick. We're underway. Homecoming 2021. Kick can be fielded there at about the 8-yard line. Looks for a block on the left side. Cuts it back to the 20, 25, and falls at the 26. That's where the Bulldogs will start at the 26-yard line.
He'll get the first edition of Jack Werzer here. Like we said last week, he's coming, or I should say he's coming off of a week. Maybe he would like to turn around. But he's got a lot of experience out there, so he knows exactly what he needs to do better, and I'm sure we'll see it today.
Again, no Jimmy Clark, who got the start last time we were home here against Heidelberg University. He went out with injury. He's still not in the lineup for Coach Deere. Poyer, the tight end in motion. Werzer in the shotgun. It's going to be a fake to Moses. Werzer rolling left, looking deep. Has Scotty overthrown by about a yard. Werzer had the senior deep, just missed him on the first throw.
Well, and that's what we're talking about. So far this year, he's only got a 42% completion percentage. There's been open guys downfield, and it just seems like everyone's long. I don't know if he's getting a little bit anxious up there and just trying to put a little bit more onto it, but that connection just has not been there early in the season.
Yeah, and that's a really good play call. Donald Scott is one of those receivers who can go and get those passes and make those runs and could really break off for a long run.
4 wide out, running back with Werzer in the shotgun. It's a fake to Moses. Quick screen. This time he finds Scott behind the line of scrimmage. He'll get through a couple of tackles, takes a hit. He'll get some positive yardage on this as the senior lowers his pads. Looked like he would be dropped for a loss. Instead, give him 1, maybe 2 on that carry. Brings up a third down.
Yeah, that was a heck of a 2 yards right there. Broke about 3 tackles, and there were all little spins off of that. But third down long's not where the offense wants to be early in this one with just 30 seconds into the game.
First possession for the Dogs. 3 receivers out to the wide side. That's the left. 1 down at the bottom here. Running back Moses switches sides. Jack Werzer in the shotgun. Greenville showing 4. They bring 4. A late blitzer. Werzer throws left side. Tipped and too high. Once again, he had Salazar down there. He had to jump. He got a fingertip on it, but that's it.
Yeah, these are, again, great play calls. You got guys there and just missing them by a little bit. And, you know, it's the first drive. It's the first possession. You can make those corrections in the huddle. But unfortunately, we're going to have to go 3 and out on the first possession, which is not good.
57 seconds into this opening stanza. Austin Benke back to punt for AC. To return, it's Paul Garrett, the junior. The snap is low. Benke corrals it. He gets it away. Bounces at the 38. Takes a high roll in favor of Adrian College inside the 30. Kenny Kajawa waits. And the ball stops at the 25. Palace comes in and touches that up. So we'll see Greenville's offense first here from the 25. I'm excited to see it. You look at their box score the first 2 weeks. It doesn't have a number. It just says points. A lot of points for this offense. Can't wait to see it.
And I also cannot wait to see our defense absolutely smash them on this opening possession.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I love it.
Sam Madrid was kind of the star last week, but we saw a lot of good coverage downfield by the defensive backs. It was the running game that killed Adrian College last week of Hanover, and we're facing another tough running game out of Greenville.
Butterfield, the quarterback. It's a quarterback option run out to the right side. Slips a tackle, ball pops free and rolls out of bounds about 4 yards ahead of where he lost it. So we'll have a discussion to where that football should go.
I'm looking for the penalty flag. That was a forward pass.
Oh, did he throw it, not fumble?
Yeah, he threw it.
He definitely threw it forward. I think they're saying it was a fumble. The ball, or he threw his little beanbag out. So
they do rule it incomplete.
No, okay, so he was still behind the line of scrimmage, I guess. So
there was his running back sort of in that area, close enough. So a run-pass option, I guess, on the first play.
Yeah, I think they just got a little bundled up over on the outside. Actually, it looked like he was going to have room to run. Adrian did a good job swarming to the quarterback right there and forcing the incomplete pass.
And that's something I saw them working on in pregame, too, so I'm glad Adrian was able to get behind that right away.
Running back in there, Paul Garrett, the 200-pound junior, 5'9". He won't get it. Butterfield turns. DeAndre Jennings will get the sack as Butterfield slipped down at the 16. Give credit to that Adrian defense, forcing pressure, and Butterfield going to that sideline to get the play. He slipped on 2 plays. And
I think his cleat fell apart. I think that's
shoe explosion.
I'm pretty sure the sole of his shoe was just thrown to the sidelines, and that's what he tripped on. He must have got his foot caught in the turf, so we're going to see a quarterback change here.
Peyton Bates, the sophomore, 6 foot, $180, in on a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 18 now for the Greenville offense. 4 wide, 2 to either side in the pistol.
It was his cleat.
Straight back to pass. Bates gets some pressure, escapes it. Jumps up into the pocket. He'll run. Past the line of scrimmage. He'll get to the 25, to the 28-yard line. Shy of the 1st down, so the Adrian defense bends, does not break on the 3rd down. We should see a Greenville punt.
Yeah, that was a really good opening drive by Adrian defensively. Obviously, they caught the break on the shoe explosion, which we saw in the BCSN replay. Good shot of that. It just fell right off. But really good pressure. It looked aggressive play calling out of the defensive side of the ball. There are a couple blitzes, and so good stand by the defense. This is what we saw last week. So the offense going to need to make a statement.
DeAndre Jennings gets the key sack on that drive for this Adrian defense. It's a 4th down along 6. Snap, punt, ooh, nearly blocked, but a good one is released anyway. Fielded at the 38 and tackled right there is Kwiatkowski. Nice coverage down the field. Bulldogs' second possession coming up.
Realistically, it should have been blocked. It looked like he got there. I think he was a little scared of running into the kicker there, but good job getting that punt away, and great punt coverage there by Greenville.
Now let's hope this Adrian offense can put some points on the board this time and not just go 3 and out.
Both defenses forcing 3 and outs back-to-back to start homecoming here at Adrian College. The fans here ready to explode should this offense find the end zone. 1st down and 10. We'll see our first run of the contest. It's Stephen Moses gets a couple, falls forward for 3. He was a tough runner last week, Jay, and he really helped that offense get something going when Jack wasn't really working.
Yeah, well, Stephen Moses is the workhorse back. Malik Ray is kind of the back that changes things up a little bit for the Bulldogs. So when they run Moses, they run him a lot, and he can handle it. We saw it in the spring. He was a great runner until he got hurt, so I'd expect to see a lot of him today.
Motion across the formation. Tyler Poyer, the tight end. He'll block. Werzer throws. Quick out. Caught by Sesslar. He'll push toward that 1st down line to gain. He's right at it. And they'll give him the 1st down. So Sessler with a catch. Werzer's 2nd completion, a 1st down.
The great thing about this Adrian offense is they can attack you from both different ways. They can attack you from the run and the pass. That's what makes us so dangerous when we have both ways being effective. So once Jack gets his arm going and gets connected to these receivers, I think the sky's the limit for this Adrian offense.
Nice easy passes for Werzer. Here's a run to Moses, left side, takes on a defender at the line. He'll move forward. The ball popped out. Who's got it? Greenville pointing their direction. We'll wait the call as Moses tried to get some extra yardage. No official word yet, and it's 2nd down, Adrian.
So a little break there for the Bulldog offense. Moses puts the ball on the turf. Bulldogs able to recover. This is the time where you take advantage of that second chance. When you have a chance to call a play right here, you look for a shot. You take Greenville's defense kind of by shock, and you take a shot downfield.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Malik Ray in at running back. 3 receivers for Jack Werzer. Motion again by the tight end. Stays tight to the line of scrimmage. It's a fake to Malik Ray. Werzer over the middle. Oh, it's a little high, but Preston Smith got his hands on it. Double coverage at the 30. Falls incomplete. You think Preston should have caught that ball?
That would have been a tough catch. The problem was Werzer didn't wait for it to develop there. He had plenty of time. I think he got happy feet there. If he would have waited maybe another half a second, I think Smith would have had a step downfield. It possibly could have been caught. but it would have been a tough catch. It was just kind of a fingertips there.
And on a lot of these deep throws, they're having guys down there. These are going to be some great plays that they can just connect on them.
3rd and 7 to go from the Adrian College 47. We're tied at 0. 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Werzer, 4 wideouts. Ray in at running back. 4-man rush. Werzer fakes, throws. Oh, and a window caught by Palace at the 45 to the 40. Falls forward to the 37. That's a tight window and a Bulldog first down.
That time he was patient. He waited for it to open up. He gave the pump fake and threw it into a tight window. That time Werzer took his time and delivered a strike and a huge conversion there. And the first time today they're in Greenville territory.
The first down of this contest. Werzer to Palace. 1st and 10, Adrian at the 37 of Greenville. It's a run to Malik Ray, goes left side, bounces it out to the edge. He'll get a couple and a shot right at the end of the play. 2 yards for the Hudson native, and a Bulldog is down momentarily, and the big man will get back up.
Yeah, these black numbers aren't as easy to see as the white numbers, or the white jerseys with the black numbers. Like I can't.
Well said.
It was not well said, but you understood my point.
I translated it, yeah. So a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Did I get that number wrong?
I didn't hear you
Thought
say
it was
a number.
Moses. Oh. Regardless, here's a run right up the middle. Some big-time yardage for the Bulldog back down to the 30-yard line. 3rd and manageable upcoming for this AC offense. That's Stephen Moses. Give him another carry.
Yeah, I was talking about the Bulldog that was slow to get up.
Oh, the lineman?
I couldn't identify who it was. So
me neither. That's okay.
We can dwell on it a little bit longer if you want.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So it's the first 3rd and short opportunity that the Bulldogs have had offensively so far today. We'll see if they decide to stick with the Werzer pass or they go for another run.
3rd and 3 from the Greenville 30. Clock moving under 9 minutes to go. Panthers show blitz. Werzer gets the snap. It's a give. Moses needs 3. He'll be right at the line. That should be enough for a first down.
They're going to give him credit for it there. I thought he might have been short just based on how he fell. But, yeah, good job giving it to your workhorse back to get those 3 yards. And Bulldogs already closing in on field goal range early, about halfway through the first quarter.
I was able to talk to Coach Jim Deere during the week about the game last week at Hanover. And he said, the run was working, and we went to a pass. We might see them stick with run in a situation like this. And off of that, it's a throw by Werzer. Poyer with a stiff arm at the 15. A flag flies in at the 10 as a Greenville player lost his helmet. It's a 1st down and 10 as it stands. We'll check that flag. Some blocking downfield. Those receivers and corners get physical.
I think it might come back, but it still should be a 1st down, I think.
The flag thrown right at the Greenville 10.
But I'll tell you what, on that play call there, that's exactly how you get your quarterback a little bit more confidence. A nice, easy throw, a roll out there. It's almost essentially like a run. It was a quick throw, and Poyer with a good job breaking tackles and taking it down there for 13.
And that's exactly what you need for Jack after having a pretty rough week last week. You need him to get some rhythm, see some passes get completed, and that'll make those deep throws he'll be a lot more confident in connecting on those.
Holding's the call on the receiver, Seslar, and instead of a 1st and 10 from around the 10-yard line, we'll see what they go with here. Should be a 1st and 10. They'll put the ball at the 20. Chains on the opposite side say 1st and 2.
Okay.
Not sure that's right, Jay.
It's 1st and 3.
Okay. 1st down and 3 from the 20. Bulldogs looking to get the first points of this contest. It's a fake to Moses. Quick out to Kajawa. Goes up, elevates, catches it. 1st down at the 15. Dragged down at the 11. Kenny Kajawa once again, sure-handed, gets a 1st down.
Yeah, like I said, they just want to get him the ball in space. He is such a versatile player, a playmaker on offense. That time, just a quick little bubble screen. Another easy throw for Werzer. And good job by Kajawa running the ball hard right there, too. Kind of a pinball machine downfield.
Now, right now, if I'm the Adrian play caller, I'm going to score this possession, this play right now.
Clock rolling in our first quarter, 7:30 to go in it. 0-0 our score. Adrian's 2nd possession from the Greenville 11. Werzer gives to Moses with power at the 5. Just about the 5. Give him the 6-yard line. It's a 2nd down and short. that offensive line is starting to feed a little bit in this first quarter.
Well, and that shows confidence in Moses, too. You saw him drop the ball on the turf earlier this possession, so putting it right back in his hands here deep in the red zone gives him some more confidence as well. You just, as a runner like that, when you make a mistake, you want to get that second chance, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Big, tall wideout Preston Smith to the bench in exchange for tight end Tyler Poyer, number 85. Moses, the tailback, in the shotgun with Werzer. It's a give to Steven. Up the middle to the 5, the 3. He's down to the 2. This should be a first and goal, Adrian. If not, a third and very short.
Yeah, I think we're going to see
first down.
I think we're going to see Steven Moses again the next play as well.
They're listening, Jay.
Yeah.
As Moses checks out, Malik Ray comes in. 2 already in the first quarter. It's okay. We'll shake it off. I mean, Moses ready to go right back out there.
I think it's going to be a run for Malik Ray.
Okay, we're calling it here. First and goal from the Greenville 2. Ray in the shotgun. It's a toss to him, right side, cuts back, diving to the end zone. He's just short. Nice tackling out there on the edge by Dwayne Garrett, the freshman linebacker. Holds him out of the end zone.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a weird way of falling there. He would have had the touchdown, but he fell on top of a Greenville defender, which caused him to be about a half yard short. Or no, it was his own teammate blocking him. So he ended up about a half yard short.
Here's Steven Moses now in the game.
They're probably just
at running back, here's Jack Werzer in the shotgun from the 1. Here's a give to Steven. He pushes his way close. Is he in? No signal yet. He's at the line. Is he over it? No call yet. There it is. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Steven Moses gets the 1 yard needed. 6-0 AC on homecoming.
See, I was just a play early. I was calling it. That was a great job just trusting your run game down in the red zone. What they run like 7 straight times down there, and just punching in and showing Bulldog power football there to go up 6, maybe 7-0 here.
Physicality up front, the offensive line. I'm sure they watched the film last week and said, look, we got you all the way to the 30, the 25. Let us finish this thing. That's exactly what the offensive coordinator, Mr. Bailey, called, and the extra point from Cooper West is true. It's into the bushes behind the stands. 7-0 Bulldogs, 5:38 to go first quarter. It's homecoming at Adrian. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
We are back, Docking Family Stadium, Adrian College Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. My name is Ian Wantz, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy up here in the booth with you. Adrian scores off a 1 yard touchdown run by Steven Moses on their second possession of this contest. It's 7-0 Dogs. Here's the run up and the kick. This will hit the turf at the 10. It rolls to the 3. It's a loose ball picked up by Greenville there, up to the 10, possibly the 15. A tackle there at the 16. Tough time finding the football there by Greenville, able to eventually find it and get a few yards.
You have your sources. You talked to Coach Deere. I actually talked to Coach Bailey while sitting eating lunch earlier this week.
Look at us, big time.
And he was talking about how the Bulldogs had something to prove this week. And after last week, he's exactly right. They came out, they put a power statement on that second drive there and hoping to turn it around. We saw in that first drive defensively a very aggressive attack, a lot of blitzers there, and Greenville was unable to do anything. And I'm sure the quarterback's back out there with a new cleat as well.
Which one was it, Jay? We'll be watching it all game. Left or right for Chase Butterfield. He has a new cleat. This one's a handoff. Going nowhere. The Bulldog defense stuffs him short. DeAndre Jennings in on the action, as he usually is.
Is Dunham still open in Adrian? I think, yeah. So, maybe they just ran down the road real quick and got him some, because he's got some brand new cleats out there. I'm guessing he took it from a JV player or something.
He didn't need it anyway.
Do you bring extra cleats on the road?
No.
If so, how many?
I guess the team probably would, but how's
not
the right
your
size?
person. I don't know.
These are the questions we'll have answered by next week.
2nd and 9, Butterfield out to throw. It's a screen pass caught. Give him first down yard. It's a nice little swing out there. Catch made by Matt Tiger, the sophomore. It's a first down up to the Greenville 31. Haven't really tested this Bulldog defense vertically yet in this first quarter. Couple of runs, a few short passes for Chase Butterfield. This one's a run up the gut. Bulldogs get a hand on it, but cannot take down the running back right away. It's Paul Garrett. Give him 6, maybe 7. Over the 35 to the 37, second and short.
And you mentioned it, we haven't really seen a lot of versatility from this offense. So they're really just running the ball a lot. I'm glad our Adrian defense is really getting behind it, but that one pass play really got them that first down.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of motion offense, a lot of spread kind of runs by this offense. The quarterback has some legs as well. So it's going to be about the Bulldogs trying to keep everything inside of them and cover and contain outside.
Second and 4, an outside fake throw. Butterfield nowhere to go, throws it back. It's intercepted, picked off. Bulldogs down the left sideline. He will score. Touchdown, Ty Diener. 13-0 Dogs in the first.
Yeah, that was perfectly set up, actually, by Greenville on that play where they were setting up the backside throw. They gave the pump fake and everything, but that time perfectly placed by Ty Diener. Jumps the route, takes it back to the house, and the Bulldogs already up 2 scores early. Good start.
That was just great overall defense. You see them get after the quarterback. You see the secondary get after the first and second option for the receivers, causing that interception, causing us to go up, hopefully 14-0.
Give some credit to the play side corner. I think it was Bryce Tullis. He read that out route. That's where Butterfield wanted to go. He turned around, threw it across the field, and Ty Diener jumped in, took it for 6.
And you see the way our sideline reacted to that. You got the guys there full of momentum now. I'm just glad to see what we're going to do next. I'm excited.
Gates Palace with the hold. Cooper West is now 2 for 2 on extra points. 14-0 Bulldogs. The defense scores. We'll take a 30-second break here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Again. All right, we're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy with you on this broadcast. Bulldog defense scores. They'll be right back out there again after this kickoff. 3:55 to play in our first quarter. Run up and the kick. It's a low line drive. It'll be fielded at the 8-yard line, left side. Here go the Panthers up the field. He's tripped up and tackled past the 20. Given the 23-yard line, that's where Butterfield will go back out. So, Jay, he's lost a cleat. He threw a pick 6. He really needs to bounce back on this drive.
Yeah, that was not a good decision by Butterfield. You never want to throw it all the way across field into, obviously, Diener was waiting for it there. Not a whole lot of options for him there. Take the sack or throw the ball away. I'm sure that's why he got totaled on the sidelines. And, you got an experienced quarterback back there as a junior. You're able to make mistakes. That's how you bounce back after them.
And for this Bulldog defense, now you know that if you put pressure on the quarterback, he will make mistakes. So keep getting after him, keep blitzing, keep attacking.
And Butterfield will hand this one off, and a big hit by Diener after about 5 yards on that carry. It's a second down and medium up over the 25. Call it the 28.
And I know any guys who know deep football and love defense, knowing they love seeing guys getting after the football. After one guy gets after the tackle, you need the whole team swarming the ball carrier and get him down.
Second and short, another carry. He's tackled in the backfield. Sam Madrid is right there. Third and medium upcoming. The Adrian native makes the tackle. It's a 3rd and 5. The carrier on that one was Paul Garrett again. And Madrid had a date in the backfield. He was not going to be late.
Yeah, the hometown boy making a big play on homecoming there, Sam Madrid. We saw him have a big week last week. He's expected to be a star for this defense. He really had his coming out year last year. And so keep an eye out for that turf tape on the arms out there at number 11.
3rd down and 5. Butterfield straight back to pass. Has some time. Looks middle. Throws. Caught by the tight end. And tripped up at the 40-yard line. Couldn't be a touchdown-saving tackle by Kwiatkowski, but the reception made by number 81 on that carry, Delray Crowder.
Yeah, good. That was a good crossing route.
I've also noticed the quarterback is not really getting his first options in, so it's good to see that our secondary are making some good coverage out there because, the first read isn't there, but, he hit the second read over the crossing route.
Greenville gets a first down. Trailing early 14-0. A jet motion across the face. Butterfield fakes. He looks to throw. He will. It's a floater caught and hit right away at the 45. Tackle out on the edge, and a flag comes in late as the linemen on both sides were tussling. We'll see who this goes against.
Deer's pointing their way.
Well, of course he is.
But that's the type of play we were talking about where we're probably going to see Butterfield getting out in space a little bit, the run-pass option on the outside.
Sam Fitch, number 58, the senior from Belleville, getting tangled up with a Bulldog defensive lineman. And it was an eligible downfield against the offensive lineman. So, Destin, we've seen a couple of these plays now where it's a run fake, right? So there's a run option, and then Butterfield looks like he's going to run it or throw it off of that, and it kind of confused the lineman.
Yeah, that's one of those plays in football where you don't really know. You don't want to overcommit on the QB and then give up the open pass, but you don't want to commit on the pass and give up the QB to run. So it's a really tough position. You really have to keep on your feet, and that's what the safeties and the outside linebackers are there for.
5-yard penalty brings a 1st and 15 for the offense of Greenville. Panthers trailing early 14-0. Under 2 to play in the first. Here's a run. Closed down nicely, but a slip tackle. But a second one is in there to make that play. Nice hit after a couple of yards. Number 44 in on that carry. Andrew Nummer, junior linebacker.
Yeah, the Bulldog defense is just flying to the ball right now. And the key is these first and second down plays, not allowing big chunks and third and short coming up. That's what's been forcing these turnovers, these 3 and outs. It's been the first and second down defense. So if they can continue to do that, it's going to be a long day offensively for Greenville.
Without a doubt. And sorry, Dustin, one thing we saw last week, Jay, is when they're playing up against a talented running back, get to that in a second. Here's a swing out pass quickly left side, gets a couple of blocks. Toward the first down line, he's got it. Little screen pass, picks up 13 and a Greenville first down. But with the Bulldog defense, they're all swarming to the ball. They don't assume that the first guy will make the tackle because they know this guy can make a defender miss. So I like the flow that there's a first and second wave for the defense.
Yeah, and I know Coach Deere is someone you don't want to make upset, and I know it would make him very, very upset to see his guys not go after tackles and just watch and see other guys go for him as well.
For sure. It's a first down. Greenville's first snap in Adrian College territory. It comes with under a minute to play in the first. 14-0 Adrian College. Some quick movement. No whistle. There we go. A half whistle. And then the full whistle. I think a Bulldog defender came across early.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, that's one of those things where you got to be louder with the whistle.
That was a half whistle.
That could be an injury waiting to happen there. As in the backfield there, that was actually Kwiatkowski, I think, or unless it was Jennings in the backfield trying to make a tackle. Like I said, something can happen there.
They call 47. It's either a lineman or a linebacker. We'll let you figure that out, Jay.
Crew check?
We'll go with that. I think so. Should be a 5-yard walk-off for Greenville. They got the ball going the other way. Turn around and give Greenville 5 yards. There we go. Brings up a 1st and 5.
It's math.
It's directional math. So geometry, maybe? 1st and 5. Put the ball at the Adrian College 42. Panthers driving. Clock moving, 35 to go in this first quarter is a speed option. Gives it over to the tailback. He'll get bumped at the line of scrimmage, and a couple of Bulldogs can't quite bring him down at the line. They'll swallow him up at the 40. And Adrian Hinton got that carry, made 3 or 4 Bulldogs miss.
Well, I mean, when you're playing that option like that, you have one guy that's assigned to the quarterback and one guy that should be assigned to the running back. The guy that's going after the quarterback goes straight for the quarterback. You try to force him inside and force him to get rid of the football. And that running back, you want to string out just like they just did towards that sideline. You think of that sideline as its own defender. And the Bulldogs played that perfectly for a 1-yard gain.
And with that, the clock expires. Our first quarter has concluded. A touchdown run for Stephen Moses, a pick 6 by Ty Diener. That's where we get our 14 points. Second quarter coming up after this 30-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
It's homecoming at Adrian College. Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. I'm Ian Watts, joined in the booth by Jay Hanna, Destin Foy here today. So a really good first quarter for the Bulldog offense and defense, Destin.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end. You know, the pick six was a big play to bring us up 14-0. And I love how our guys are getting after the tacklers, getting after all tackles. You know, you see guys going after the football, crowding ball carriers. And with these bubble option plays, you need to seal off the outside. And I think the safeties and the corners are doing a great job at that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're at the end of September here, and it's like 90 degrees plus on that turf, so you can't complain about this day for homecoming.
2nd and 4. It's a fake. Butterfield gets pressure, throws it on the run. It's caught at the 31. My goodness, what a toss by the quarterback, and a nice reception for 81 Delray Crowder again. I mean, he was falling down, and there was blanket coverage on the backside.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw. Actually, that's the exact same play we saw Baker Mayfield throw the game-losing interception last week against the Chiefs. Falling down, he had the strength to complete the pass, and it helped that he was wide open downfield. But that's a huge first down for Greenville.
But as a defensive coordinator, I am highly upset because my corners and safeties should be on that pass.
Butterfield nowhere to pitch it. He will late. He'll be tackled right about the line of scrimmage. Butterfield turned to his right. There was no one there, so he said, oh, the play's going this way. Turned around, and I got something out of nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can definitely tell the Bulldogs worked on their option defense this week. There's been nothing available for Greenville while running that speed option to the outside. And if they can continue to do that, keep Butterfield in the pocket, I think Greenville's going to struggle a little bit offensively.
Yeah, you see they run those plays a lot, so that's something they must love to run. And the way our guys are getting after it, meaning if we keep him in the pocket, we keep making mistakes where he's going to turn it over eventually.
2nd and 9, a quick out route and a great defensive play. Ty Diener again shed the block and made the tackle after a short 2-yard gain.
That wasn't even shedding the block. That was just blasting through the receiver over there, knocked him to the ground to make the play. Diener out there playing strong early and setting up a big 3rd and long here, setting up an obvious pass situation for Greenville.
Now, I've noticed that they've been using a lot of these screens and runs. It may seem like they're a little hesitant of throwing across down the field and cross field after that interception especially.
3rd and 7. Butterfield rolling right. Looks middle. He's got a receiver. He throws it out. It's just too long. Had the big man open on a post route. He couldn't find Seth Logan, the tight end. It's a 4th down and long.
Now, our linebackers are working tonight, but our secondary, our safeties and our corners are really getting after these receivers, really covering them up. You see the quarterback cannot get his first option out there. He's looking to the second, he's looking to the third, and he almost threw it into triple coverage, what potentially may have been picked off again.
They will go for it, a 4th down and 7 from the Bulldog 27. It's 14-0 AC, early 2nd quarter. Homecoming fans getting loud for their defense. They've scored a touchdown already. Here's a 4th and 7. Butterfield back, feels the pressure, throws it out. It is caught. And was it caught? Complete? Yes, at the 9-yard line. Wow, I thought it popped out right at the end. The officials get together, and the head referee comes over to confirm some things. Ball might have squirted out at the end, and they say a 1st down.
That was one of those plays where it is always a catch. If you come to the ground with it and it touches the turf, as long as the turf doesn't allow you or help you make the catch. So I think he had the ball. It may have touched the ground, but, good break there for Greenville because that was close to popping out.
I think it was Crowder with that reception. It's a 1st and goal. Panthers driving into that Bulldog band in that north end zone. Butterfield gives up the middle. Bulldogs stout up front. Fold over the running back, a gain of 1. 2nd and goal upcoming from the 7.
Now, this Greenville team, like you guys mentioned in pregame, is a really good rushing team, and we've done a great job to really get after them, really not getting no big runs off by the Greenville running back.
12:30 to play in our first half. Homecoming in Adrian, Michigan. Hometown Bulldogs leading 14-0. A Stephen Moses 1-yard run and a Ty Diener interception. Returned for 6. Greenville needs to answer here. 2nd and goal from the 7. Butterfield, the quarterback, is running back right behind him, Paul Garrett. Garrett goes out in the route. Butterfield fakes, rolls to the right. Looks end zone, throws, caught. Touchdown Panthers. Back of the end zone, reception made by Matt Tiger. And the sophomore has 6, and the Panthers cut into that lead.
Yeah, it was a good job staying in bounds over there, too. He was close to running out of bounds and coming back in and catching it, which obviously would have been a penalty. Good job running that down the out-of-bounds line and staying in front of his defender for a touchdown. Good bounce back for Greenville.
And they've really been running those crossing routes pretty effectively. That's where they've gotten a lot of their big plays off, the crossings and the screen plays. So you start to really understand what this Greenville offense is really capable of, and I think hopefully our defense knows it as well.
Extra point attempt. Snap, hold, kick. All 3 are good. The extra point for Lucas Hermo. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Adrian College leads it on homecoming, 14-7 over Greenville on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Homecoming here at Adrian College. The Bulldogs lead at 14-7. They're about to get the football back with 12:02 to go in our first half. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy up here in the booth with you. It is a hot, sunny day for homecoming in Adrian. Happy to have you along with us on all the affiliates of the Adrian College Sports Network. Run up and the kick. It's a line driver, has some depth to it. Fielded by Kenny Kajamwa at the 6. He'll go up the right side, looks to cut back, and he will, and he'll fall down at the 28-yard line. Nice little return by Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's the guy that we think is going to make a lot of plays this year. As a smaller receiver out there, a lot of speed, and you can obviously see him on the kick return as well.
Now, it feels like it's been a long time since we've seen this Adrian offense. Now, the last drive they had did lead with a score, but it was a really long drive. I would like to see them go there again, attack with the run. Stephen Moses did a great job getting downfield, and then if you really are crunching numbers downfield, it makes it effective for passing, and it makes the offense just run a lot more smoother.
Werzer in the gun with Moses to his left. 4 wide receivers. It's a give to Steven right up the gut. He'll get dragged over the 30 to the 32. Good solid running on first down. Keeps them ahead of the chains as they look at second down.
That's a perfect point. Anytime you get 3, 4, 5 yards on first down, it sets you up so much more comfortable for second and third down. And also opens up that play-action fake for the Bulldog offense.
And Stephen Moses is averaging almost 4.5 yards per carry, so that's doing great for us so we can get those big yards down and really just crunch the time down and really just give Greenville no time to score.
Same formation for the senior from Pinckney. That's a run to Moses. Look at that blocking. Moses upended at the 38, right at the sticks. That should be a Bulldog first down as the Bulldog went airborne to get first down yardage.
Yep, good. That time Moses didn't have to break any tackles to get the first down. He just, good job opening up a hole there, and 2 straight 5-yard runs will do it for you.
First down, Adrian College at their own 38-yard line.
Now I think we're going to go with a pass here on first down.
First and 10. Werzer gives Moses a third time. They'll work the big man up over the 40. Give him a tough 3 yards on that first carry. You know, the run game, in my opinion, Jay, last week worked really well. I mean, Moses was really working hard, and, you know, the coaches, I'm sure, want to stick with him as long as they can.
It's one of those things that works so well in the second half more than the first half. They made some adjustments at halftime, and, yeah, the one thing they do with Moses is they don't worry about running him too much because they'll like to give it to him 3-4 times in a row, and he can obviously handle it.
Here's a second down and 7. Tight end in motion. It's Poyer. He'll line up on the left side. He'll stay in the block. Pass out to Smith, I believe. He'll dive and catch that football.
Nice catch.
Wow, what athleticism to go down. The big 6'5" receiver goes down and makes a catch. 3rd and short.
Yeah, that was just perfect timing there between him and Wurzer. Wurzer threw that before he broke, and really nice catch on the outside to hang on through the turf and set up 3rd down and 1.
Smith out there at the top, right side of the formation. He's lone up there. Moses, the running back. It'll be a give to Steven. He needs a yard. He pushes behind that offensive line. He's really close. Depending on the spot, they've been very favorable with these marks for both teams so far. That's an Adrian College first down. That's, to me, Jay, an obvious change from years past. We haven't seen the chains come out once this year for a measurement.
No, I just don't think they want to deal with the hassle of bringing the chains out sometimes. They're just going to go for it and just say, oh, it's a first down, or oh, it's 4th down. But, yeah, I think he got it. He got enough initial push before getting pushed backwards. And so, again, the Bulldogs up near midfield, continuing to eat time off the clock, already a couple minutes off this drive.
1st and 10 at their own 47. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side for Wurzer. Has a running back with him. It's a give to Malik Ray. He'll try the right side. Oh, he gets hit and taken down. A big physical tackle by Greenville's Dwayne Garrett. What a big tackle, the sophomore from Alabama.
Yeah, that time they read it exactly what was coming perfectly, which we've only seen one Jack Wurzer throw on this drive, so it's it's not necessarily predictable, but you're seeing a lot of running game, and finally Greenville took an aggressive change of things on defense and made the play in the backfield.
2nd down and 9. Ray in the backfield with Wurzer. It's a low snap, bounces right to Jack, feels some pressure. He'll walk up the ladder, fakes the throw, cuts outside. Wurzer with a first down, he'll glide out of bounds. Inside Panther territory, first down at the 42.
Good job by Jack, not trying to force the pass. He saw a little lane there to run. We know he can run with the football. We didn't really see him do it last week, and a good job getting out of bounds, avoiding contact.
Now, one of my favorite quarterbacks in NFL is Kyler Murray, and I see that so much in Jack Wurzer when he's able to run the ball, he's able to throw the ball. And once he's able to break it off with his legs, you just see spectacular things happen. I think he's the all-time Adrian QB rushing leader, am I right?
I'm pretty sure.
Which is crazy.
He set some passing records as well.
Which is nuts. Because this is his last year. And he's
played here for 10 years, so that's what it feels like.
Offense with a first down and 10. It's a fake to Ray. Jack rolls, throws, caught. Donald Scott at the 30. The 25, the senior is out of bounds inside the 25. Nice throw and catch, senior to senior, first down Bulldogs.
Yeah, that rhythm's there between him and his receivers right now. And when Jack Wurzer has that rhythm going with his guys, they're really tough to stop offensively. And so far, after that first drive, they settled things down. They made some easy passes, and now we're going to start seeing some downfield, I think.
Yeah, especially once you see the time gets around to the 7.5-minute mark. You want to get the ball again before halftime because you did receive it. So you want to get your defense to get a stop, but you want to score pretty quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 24. Adrian leads 14-7. 7:19 to go in this first half. Moses up the middle. There's a host of Panthers there to bring him down after a 3-yard carry. Did we determine what a group of Panthers was?
There is no such thing as a group of Panthers. I never got to say that last week. They do not travel. They do not travel in packs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's no word for a host of Panthers.
No.
A great number of Panthers.
They travel independently. That's what Panthers do.
It seems weird to make a team name a Panther then.
That's a good point. I forgot that we played Panthers 2 weeks in a row.
Here's Moses off the right side. He's toward the sticks near a Bulldog first down.
It's so funny you bring that up because I was wanting to get that in the broadcast last week, but the end of the game was so intense and so stressful, I never found the right time to say it. But I finally figured out Panthers do not travel in packs. So there's no term for Panthers as a group.
But if you do happen to stumble upon a group of Panthers, run.
You would call that a word we can't say on the air. That's what you would call that. Yes. It's an Adrian College 3rd and short at the 15 of Greenville. Linebackers showing pressure. Offensive line adjusting. Here's a run for Moses. He slips down. I don't think he got it. He fell before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of turf issues today so far. We saw Greenville's quarterback lose his cleat. We saw a couple returns as well, stumbling there. I think they're going to go for it here, especially with how well Moses has been running, but they lost a yard on that play.
4th down and a long one. Clock moving, 5:36 to go in our first half. The offense not moving. Adrian will go for it, up a score. Late stages, first half.
I think you have to go for it. You want to score before. You don't want to give Greenville the ball again and let them chew out the clock for the rest of the quarter and then get the ball again after halftime.
He'll try Stephen Moses. He gets that and more. Runs through a defender at the 5. He's in! Touchdown, Moses! On a 4th and 2, he gets 6. Bulldogs up on homecoming, 20-7. What a powerful run by Stephen.
The Red Sea parted, and Moses went right through it into the end zone right there. He was not touched until the 1-yard line, as finally Moses gets through the line of scrimmage without any contact. Great job by the offensive line, and all of a sudden the Bulldogs up 2 scores.
Now, this is a great position for the Bulldogs because for my defense, I'm getting them. They need to get a stop, get a turnover right away, and get our offense the ball again, hopefully one more time before halftime, before Greenville takes the ball again.
Give credit to Coach Harry Bailey and the offensive coaching staff. They're sticking with their ground game. It worked at times in the second half. They stuck with him, and after stumbling on a 3rd and short, Stephen Moses plows his way in for the score.
I mean, when you have a guy almost averaging almost 5 yards per carry, you're going to feed the man. You're going to let him eat.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
All right, we have the clock, the field all set to go. The touchdown occurred at 5:13 to go in our first half. Cooper West on for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick. 1, 2, 3, they're all good. It's 21-7 Bulldogs. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Panthers look to respond after this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Dustin Floyd for a homecoming. And this offense has found its rhythm. Stephen Moses with 2 rushing touchdowns. Dustin, I mean, you have to love the way they're running the football.
Man, it's a great system they're running. He's averaging almost 4.5 yards per carry. And you run that twice, that's a first down each play. So, you're getting consistent first downs. And then when you're not getting the run game, you're also hitting your passers. Jack is getting a lot of rhythm with his receivers. And it's great to see. And hopefully our defense can get one more stop before halftime.
Dustin, I know you're in my class, but you're obviously not in my math class because 4.5 yards twice is 9 yards.
Bam.
You know what?
It's close enough. It's close enough to a first down.
It's close enough for a first down. It's close enough.
I'm just messing with you. But after that last carry, I think that's going to take that average up there. But no, just like Dustin said, when you have Moses getting so many yards on first and second down, it just allows that offense to relax a little bit and just open up its play calling. And so far, so good for the Bulldog offense.
Personal foul at the end of the point after touchdown. Put the kickoff right at the 50-yard line, and Austin Banky sends it through the back of the end zone. It'll be a Greenville first down. I thought, Jay, you were going to comment on the wave that the student section got working here at Docking Stadium. From our right, they got about to the 45, and then it just died.
Yeah, sometimes that happens with the wave. I've been so impressed with the crowd today. Obviously Greenville coming from Illinois didn't bring a ton, but seeing people out on the pavilion over there and this whole crowd filled up, it's a really, really good atmosphere. I'm sure plenty of people are out still tailgating. I don't know if you saw the latest update from the Michigan State game. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that right now as well.
Here's a 1st and 10. It's a run, cuts it outside. Nice job there, and he slips and falls at the 34-yard line. As that's Paul Garrett, their featured running back.
Yeah, really, that's the 4th or 5th time that we've seen people stumble. I don't know if they're not wearing turf shoes or what, but the Greenville offense trying to find their footing, struggling.
Clock moving now at 4:50 to go in the first half. It's a 2nd down and 1. From the Greenville 34, a receiver in motion. It's a give, it's a first down, it's a few yards more. Slips a tackle at the 43 to the 45, stays on his feet and falls at the 50. Excellent running by Jarrett once again. That's an easy Greenville first down.
Yeah, that was a really nice run there. Broke a tackle, nearly broke it free for a touchdown, and able to even dive forward and do kind of a somersault there to get out to midfield. Greenville moving quickly here with 4.5 to go before halftime.
Yeah, those are two quick, solid runs from Greenville. You don't want to get them to score right before halftime. Then they get the ball again to make it just a one-score game.
The ball at the 50 placed on top of Bruiser's head. Panther offense moving here. 1st and 10, it's another run. Another big gainer, that's a first down. Boy, the offensive line for the Panthers doing their thing. It's an 11-yard carry and a first down for Adrian Hinton.
4 minutes to go here. This has not been the start that, and I think the Bulldogs, maybe they're in a little bit of backed off defense here, but not the same thing we've seen so far. Greenville just kind of running all over them down the stretch here on this drive.
In response, the Adrian safeties move up about 9 yards from the line. Now they'll back off. It's a first down run. Hinton again. He'll get 5, maybe 5.5, and a second down. Panther offense in no hurry, plenty of time, and they do get the ball to start the third quarter, so they want this to be the last possession if they can.
Man, really quick moving game, though. A lot of running plays. We're already almost at halftime. We're not even an hour into this game.
That makes good for us because this heat is serious.
No, that's a jinx for the second half, so be ready for a 3-hour second half. Here's a run for Garrett again. Wow, he is a physical runner, Jay. And talking to the coaches before this one, again, I talked about it in pre-game. Coach Deere thought that maybe Garrett might be a little better than Sean Cohen from last week down in Hanover, and we're seeing why.
Well, Cohen was pretty impressive himself too, but yeah, he's running all over him on this drive, and it's been a lot of just open holes. It hasn't even been broken tackles, really. There's just been a lot of openings for runners on this drive.
Greenville offense moving here. Oh, he's hitting the backfield. My goodness. Physical play up front. I think DeAndre Jennings just took his offensive lineman and deposited him into the backfield.
Yeah, I think he was sick of seeing them run all over too. Now that sets up 2nd down and 11. We'll see how Greenville adjusts their offensive strategy here if they decide to stick with the run one more time here, because it is 4-down territory here.
If I were them, I'd probably stick to the run for a few more plays, choose some more time off the clock, and then if I get really desperate, I'll make a big shot for the end zone.
3 timeouts apiece. It's a 2nd and 11. Inside 2.5 to go. Adrian leads 21-7. Greenville with the football and a timeout called by the Panthers. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. You're tuned in to Adrian College football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Adrian College enjoying a 2-score lead on homecoming. It's 21-7 Bulldogs. 2:19 to play here in this first half. 2 touchdown runs by Stephen Moses and a pick 6 by Ty Diener. That's where we have our 3 scores. And Jay, defense, another opportunity. We saw it last week to make a stand late second quarter.
Yeah, this is a big play right here. I know they got 2 downs to play with here, but 2nd down and 11. I'm very interested to see what Greenville draws out of a timeout. We've seen a lot of kind of motion-style offense where they're trying to get out wide and make plays in space, but this drive's been all runs, all run outsides. So the Bulldog defense is going to try to make a few adjustments. I think you might see a Greenville pass right here.
2nd down, 11. And this is a sprint out pass, caught at the 20, cuts back at the 20 to the 15. He's down inside. Coach Deere screaming for a holding on the edge. He won't get that call, and a good reception and run for Seth Logan.
But I also think he's upset. You don't want your receiver, your corner, to be complacent and just allow for him to get held. You want him to fight back a little bit and try to stop the play and just standing there hoping for the ref to call the flag.
Boy, Deere's really looking for it. And, yeah, you have to, embellish it a little bit. Well, not a little bit. You really have to sell it sometimes. If you know you're getting held, really make it known. It's a 1st and 10 for Greenville, though, at the Bulldog 11. It's a fake. Butterfield over the middle. He had a man. He threw it short. Incomplete. Right at the goal line. Could not connect on that pass. He had his receiver open there at the goal line. Just missed him.
And it's obvious that they want to score right here, right now. And they literally need to. If they want to get – they put them in great position. If they score right now, you're only down 14-21 going into halftime, and you get the ball back. Adrian defense does not want that to happen. I know it. 2nd and 10 from the Adrian 11. Here's a run. Garrett gets the edge to the 5, jumps, dives, he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. A physical run leaves Bulldogs in his wake. Cut the lead in half once again. It's 13 for Greenville and 21 for the Bulldogs. Can't complain about that. That's just better offense.
That's the drive. That's how that drive needed to end for Greenville, because Garrett was the one that brought him all the way down the field, and they rewarded him with the touchdown. But Jack Worcest's got 3 timeouts here going down the stretch, and minute 50, plenty of time to score one more time before halftime. Now, as an Adrian play caller, would you be very aggressive? You don't want to throw the ball away right before halftime, but you do want to score. You don't want to go down just a one-score game in a halftime when you were up 21-7.
Well, I can tell you, with 3 timeouts, you got time still to kind of run your normal offense for at least a few plays, and with the first down stopping the clock, you got the out-of-bounds lines as well. I think they're going to be just kind of playing like a normal style offense going until they hit about midfield.
And the score, 14-21. Adrian holds on to that lead. We'll be back after a station identification. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Listening to the presentation of Bulldog Football on ACTV and WVAC Adrian, 107.9 FM, an Adrian College Media House production.
Bulldogs set to get this football back. And you talk about the strategy, that's why the coaches get paid the big bucks. You'd like to say, okay, we'll run it a couple times and see what happens, and then we'll decide. But you do 2 run plays, Greenville calls timeouts, you're giving them the ball back with plenty of time, so that's the dice you roll in this situation.
I think the first play that we will see is a run by Stephen Moses.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They'll try to see how much he can break off. Maybe if he get a short 4 or 5 yard gain, that would be pretty nice, and then maybe get another one of those, get a first down, call a timeout, and go from there.
I'll go opposite. I'll say a throw on first down. But we have a kickoff return here first from Kenny Kajawa. He's got other ideas. He's at the 30, the 35, tackled at the 37-yard line. So really good field position for this Adrian offense. And Kenny Kajawa, just that spark plug. He really does everything for this Bulldog team.
I love watching Kenny Kajawa run the football because his legs just keep churning. He keeps pushing through there. And now out near the 40, like I said, can run that normal offense. You got 3 timeouts, plenty of time here. You don't want to give Greenville the ball back either before the halftime. So take your time, draw up something nice, and use those timeouts wisely.
Friendly wager on a runner pass. You 2 have run, I have pass.
Okay.
1st and 10. Let's see what Coach Bailey calls up here. 3 claps of the hands. It is a run for Stephen Moses. Up to the 40, stretches that ball out to the 41. Steven doing his thing. I lose the friendly bet. It's a 2nd down and medium.
So you bet us both $1,000, right?
I never said that.
I heard that.
He said they get paid the big bucks, not us.
The coaches do, yeah. We do not. 2nd down and 6. Here's a high pass caught by Kenny Kajawa. That's up to the 45. That's a 3rd down and short. That was a high pass by Jack, but Kenny just pulled it right down.
That's the one thing you don't necessarily want is the stop just before the first down marker, not getting out of bounds. They do have plenty of time, like I said, in 3 timeouts, but now we got 3rd down and 2, and you need a conversion here.
Yeah, I was just going to say you don't want to, on those, especially a pass play, you want to get your receivers to just try to beeline out of bounds and get that clock stopped.
1 minute to go in this first half. It's a Moses run. He has daylight up the middle. He splits the safeties. Stephen Moses into the open field at the 20, the 30. Oh, he's all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Moses, like a bolt of lightning, right through the middle of that Greenville defense. It's an Adrian first down. We have an injured Panther at the Adrian 45.
Well, on that run there, Moses shows that he's not just a power back. Breaks, shows off the wheels there, gets all the way down to the 8 before he's brought down.
He says, look what I can do. Check this out. I'll split the D-line, the safeties, whoever you want to put there. I can outrun him too. And the young man for Greenville down. Get that number. He is reaching towards his lower leg. Looks like number 96.
Yep, I believe it's Teron McLaurin, the defensive lineman from Stockton, California.
They tend to him. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Adrian set up with a 1st and goal. 48 seconds to go in the first half. 21-14 Bulldogs. We'll be back in 60 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
And we welcome you back on the Adrian College Sports Network. McLaurin makes his way to the Greenville sideline. They will look at him, and it's a Bulldog first down and goal from the 8-yard line, leading 21-14 on homecoming. Clock moving. Here's another run. Tries the middle, gets a few. It's a second down and goal upcoming from inside the 5.
Now, this is an almost perfect situation for the Bulldogs because now you get the opportunity to run the ball. And you're so close to the end zone, you can really knock a lot of time off the clock. You don't want to give Greenville any chance, not even 30 seconds, because anything can happen in football.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs call a timeout, or is that a Greenville timeout?
I did not see the call. I could see why either team would.
It was an Adrian College timeout.
All right, so they give them 2, I believe. That's what it says on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you can't take them with you into the half.
No, you can't. So 40 seconds left. You're obviously available to run the football. We saw Stephen Moses do it twice so far. Why would you do anything different in the situation?
I wouldn't. I mean, it's working. He's getting almost, like I said, 4.5 yards per carry. You're right here in the red zone. You just need a few yards, knock a time off the clock, and just punch it in right before halftime. And that makes your halftime speech, instead of Coach Deere yelling at the defense, he's actually giving you guys a lot of props.
He'll find a reason to be upset.
He's still going to yell at the defense for sure. You don't want to give up that last touchdown at the end of the half, but it may be a little lighter.
They call it coaching or teaching, one of those two. It's a second and goal from the Greenville 3. To run to Moses, he's met in the backfield. Penetration by that Panthers defense stops him on second down. Now it's a third and goal. Another timeout called, this one by the Panthers. So the scoreboard says they have none. Apparently they had at least one, so another timeout prior to third and goal.
Yeah, I don't mind the play call there. I wouldn't be surprised they run it one more time. You got 2 more plays to score. You got a touchdown lead. And a good job by Greenville managing the clock there. But now they can't stop the clock anymore. Like Destin said, you don't want to give them a chance to score, give them the ball back with any time on the clock. Eat up as much as you can. This is very similar to that Olivet game, scoring right before the half. Eat up as much time as you can, score literally with seconds on the clock, and go in the halftime with a 2-possession lead.
32 seconds showing on the second quarter clock. Stephen Moses has 2 rushing touchdowns so far in the afternoon. The other score, a defensive one, a Ty Diener interception. Brought it back for 6 points.
And I think if we punch it in right now, it gives our team great momentum going into halftime. And then our defense will be fired up because they should be upset after getting scored on that last possession. So they should be fired up to get a stop, hopefully go 3 and out, or maybe even another pick 6, a turnover, and give our offense the ball again so we can come away with this victory.
It's all about that momentum going into the locker room. 3 receivers out to the right for Werzer, 1 to the left. Running back flanks him to his left, puts him in motion to the right. 5 down linemen for AC, 4 for the Panthers. Werzer to pass on 3rd and 4. Jack looks, scrambles, throws back corner, caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Preston Smith does a little dance in the end zone. Werzer has a score. The Bulldogs back up by 2 scores.
Yeah, that's good to see Preston Smith get rewarded. He had a lot of opportunities last week to make some big plays, and they couldn't connect. Today, we've always seen a couple connections between the two. That time, it was very similar to actually Greenville's passing touchdown earlier. Great job straddling that out-of-bounds slide, taking it down, and making the catch.
Werzer extended the play in the pocket. You know, he didn't roll out and make all sorts of chaos. He stepped up, stayed calm, stayed poised, and made a great throw to his wide receiver in that back corner of the end zone, and a foul on the play. It's going to be roughing the passer against Greenville. Should enforce that on the kickoff, I would imagine, if not just a decline. But either way, 26 seconds to go in the half. 27-14, AC with a lead.
Yeah, that was a huge, huge play for the Bulldogs to give them a little confidence there going in to the halftime break.
Student section trying to get that wave started again. They get to about the 50, and that's it. It's okay. Gotta love the effort on homecoming.
No,
that's the energy, Jay, as you mentioned during the break multiple times. It's about 115 degrees.
Yes.
Kick up, away, and through Cooper West. He's 4 for 4 today. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Panther football when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Another touchdown for this Bulldog offense. They have 3 in this first half. This one a 4-yard touchdown pass from Jack Werzer to Preston Smith. 28-14, Bulldogs lead on homecoming. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy with you for the rest of this first half, and we'll pick it back up in the second half. Be sure to tune in for the halftime show. Stats analysis, of course, homecoming festivities here at Adrian College. They'll pick the homecoming king and queen. Always an exciting time. The personal foul was enforced on the kickoff, so another kickoff from the 50, and the Bulldog kicker sends it through the back of the end zone. A touchback. Greenville football with 26 seconds to go. Do you go conservative or aggressive here?
No, I
go conservative.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a couple knees and go in the halftime break. But Adrian's kind of dominated this first half outside of that one drive defensively. And so we'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make at halftime, but Adrian's got to feel pretty good heading into halftime.
For sure, and look, you flip the coin, and if you're Greenville, okay, your quarterback lost a shoe, literally lost a shoe, has a replacement shoe on, and you threw a pick 6. So those things considered, you're down 2 scores, you get the ball to start the third quarter. You can't be totally down and out, I don't think, if you're the Panthers.
Well, it looks like they might run the ball and see how many yards they get, and if they, and it looks like it's going to be never mind.
First down carry. Garrett doesn't want to go down. I don't blame him. He's pretty good at staying on his feet. Give him 3 or 4, maybe 5 on a first down carry, clock moving. So that might be it for the first half.
Yeah, good first half by the Bulldogs, but it takes 2 halves to win a football game. They're 0-2 for a reason. Time to string 2 halves together and get that first win.
Cheers from the home fans as the Bulldogs head to the locker room. Up 28-14 over the visiting Greenville Panthers. Halftime coming your way next. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Then it's halftime here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu. Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
It's halftime here at Adrian, Michigan. It's homecoming for Adrian College, and their football team leads over Greenville 28-14. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, and Destin Foy up in the booth with you here this afternoon. It's a scorcher here in southern Michigan, middle of the September month, as the Bulldog Marching Band doing their thing as the halftime festivities continue. We have the crowning of the homecoming king and queen already taken place, so the Bulldog Marching Band out there. You know, going back to the football game, Destin, it was the sort of offense that we kind of expect from Jack Werzer and Stephen Moses, and they put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they did a great job staying with a run. You know, like I mentioned, Stephen Moses is averaging almost, I think now 6.5 yards per carry, which is spectacular. You know, you're getting almost 5 yards. You're getting at least more than 5 yards per carry when you go to him. And then you go Jack. You know, he missed a few passes earlier, but then you saw him getting a rhythm. Them short passes really got him going. You got connected with a receiver at the end of the half for that final touchdown, which was big for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Stephen having more than a good first half. He has 118 yards in one half of football on 18 carries. He's had an outstanding first half, but flip the other side, Paul Garrett for Greenville. I know the offense took a minute to get going, Jay, but once Garrett got into rhythm, he was really tough to take down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They especially showed on that last touchdown drive that they had where he broke free and got the touchdown run for them. They started to figure some things out offensively, so Adrian's going to have to make some adjustments on the defensive side of the ball, or else we're going to see that, you know, high-scoring football game that we suspected, which I guess we're already there with 42 points on the scoreboard. But it doesn't feel like that, right? It seems like both teams are doing a good job of eating up clock when they have the ball and just being efficient. I mean, no turnovers for Adrian College so far. I think that's been the story. I mean, Adrian had that pick six, no turnovers for Adrian offensively. They continue to, you know, take care of the football. I mean, I think the chances are pretty good that they can come out with a victory.
Facing an offense in Greenville that clearly wants to run that football and do that, the passing game off of it. Adrian's been able to do some things, but they haven't been great at it. Again, back-to-back weeks of really outstanding running back play between Sean Cohen last week and this week we see Paul Garrett, who Coach Deere said might be even better than Cohen. So the defense, Destin, has certainly been up to the task so far today.
Yeah, and I think they've also done a really good job. The linebackers have done a really great job getting after the receivers on those outside screens and those bubble passes that our secondary has really eaten up, and that's really made Greenville close their playbook. You see, they just really start going to their running back on that last possession when they really were heavily favored him that whole entire possession.
And, you know, we haven't talked about the Greenville defense enough. We've really talked about the Adrian offense. For them, what can they do to slow down this running game?
It just seems like they really have to start getting some pressure. It seemed like whenever they did get pressure, Werzer did a great job of stepping up in the pocket and either taking off and running or making something happen with his arm. So they got to close or eliminate those holes that they have offensively, defensively, I should say, on the defensive line, and try to actually get some 100% pressure on Jack Werzer.
We're at halftime here in Adrian, Michigan, 28-14 our score. We'll take a 60-second timeout, minutes away from quarter number 3 after this 60-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network. Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Bulldog football homecoming style on a Saturday afternoon. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy in the booth. Second half, minutes away. Bulldogs leading it 28-14, and plenty of scoring to go around for the offense. It was Stephen Moses, a 1-yard touchdown run, and then Ty Diener for the Bulldog defense picked off a pass and returned it 81 yards for a score. And again for the Bulldogs, Stephen Moses on a short yardage situation, a 4th down and 2. He'd scored from 15 yards away. And toward the end of that first half, Preston Smith, a 4-yard reception from Jack Werser. Those are the 4 scores for AC. And for Greenville, it was Tiger with a 7-yard reception from Butterfield with a kick good. And then Garrett with an 11-yard physical touchdown run for Greenville. That's how they have their 2 scores. Greenville set to get this football to start. What are we looking at for this Panther offense?
Well, they've been extremely balanced as I'm looking at the BCSN graphics on their stream right now. 91 rushing yards, 92 passing yards. It's been pretty balanced for them. I think they're going to have to see a little bit more out of Butterfield in the throwing game offensively. And, they're just going to have to start taking shots downfield, and they're not going to be able to do as many of these long drives that they've been trying to do offensively.
Yeah, he's had a very up and down game. The quarterback for Greenville, about the 3rd play from scrimmage, his shoe blew out. Zion Williamson style on the turf. He had to go out, and of course he had that pick 6. But he's done a pretty good job. He's at 9 for 13, 92 yards with the pick, obviously, but did throw a touchdown pass, a nice look in the back of the end zone. He certainly has the dual threat ability that you would expect out of a quarterback for a team that averages over 40 a game.
Yeah, 100%. And they have done a good job opening up the run game, though. It really started to show there on that last drive, second to last offensive drive that they had. You got to use that run, step, the pass. I say that all the time about Jack Werser and the Adrian College offense, but once they continue to get more and more run success, that just opens up play action, and they're trying to run those option style offense. Maybe that'll open up even for them.
And I've noticed with their offense, they really never got a chance until that final scoring drive to really get a full offense going. You saw a lot of mistakes, a lot of them slipping around on the turf. You mentioned the interception. So it was just a lot of things just not going their way. And once they finally did, you see they punched it into the end zone.
Moments away from the second half, we'll take a 30-second timeout. Greenville will get the football. They're trailing by 2 scores on Adrian College homecoming. We'll be back second half on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Yeah. I'm never going to go outside after this.
We're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Bulldogs lead by 2 scores heading into quarter number 3. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Destin Foy with you as the third quarter action gets set from Docking Family Stadium. It's homecoming, and as Jay said at the end of the first half, takes 2 halves to win a football game. You've looked really good in the first half. Things can change quickly, so how do you deal with adversity? Something the Adrian team really hasn't seen that much today.
I think they just can't get complacent. They're probably really excited. They're up 2 scores, but you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You don't want Greenville to get out and just run all over you again like they did on those last few possessions and score really quickly. You got to keep the ball going, and you just got to be secure with it as well.
15 minutes on the third quarter clock. Bulldogs will kick away. They'll kick from the north to the south here at Kapnick Field, the Docking Family Stadium. Beautiful, sunny and warm day here in Michigan. We'll look at this day fondly about 3 months from now when we're bundled up in our houses, as we're just dealing with some heat here today, but could be worse.
I say this at the end of summer and at the end of winter. I say the same thing. I want the other season right now. I'm ready for the snow. But when it starts snowing, I'm going to be thinking about today.
I think when we get snow, it's always cool for the first 2 weeks, and then after a while, it's a mess.
Run up in the kick, fielded by Greenville. A decent return over the 30. approaching the 35, and that's where this offense gets set to go. They have to sort of solve this Bulldog defense, and they've really been able to do that running the football. Their two backs, really, Paul Garrett and Adrian Hinton, have really had a good game between those two running the ball.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. I've noticed that they've really gotten a lot of broken plays off, and they really get extended on some long runs. So hopefully they try to do that again on this possession.
Garrett will start at tailback. Butterfield in the shotgun. It's a give straight ahead, jumps left, cuts back right, drags the Bulldog toward the 40. Spotted at the 39. It's a second down and manageable.
I think this is a really important possession for the Bulldog defense because you don't want to allow a score, and if you get a stop and you get your offense to extend that lead even more, you put Greenville even a bigger hole and put the pressure on them instead of you.
2nd and 5. Butterfield claps his hands once. He'll change the protection and possibly the routes. 3 out wide, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, a tight end tight to the formation. The running back is Garrett. He'll get it. Finds a hole up the middle. Nice blocking on the edge. Tullis can't make the play up to the 50. The 45, a stutter step at the 40. Gets shoved out by Madrid around the 35, and that'll be an extra 15 on the young man from Adrian. A frustration play by Sam. Added 15 onto the run by number 13.
Yeah, that was not the best play by Madrid there. He wasn't overly late, and he didn't exactly shove him too hard, but it was out of bounds, and that's going to be a bad penalty on the Bulldogs, and all of a sudden Greenville within a minute is already in the red zone.
That was great blocking up front, giving credit to that offensive line, creating that crease, and then the block on the edge by the wideout really sprung him free. Tullis could not keep contained on that edge and allowing Garrett to get some extra yardage.
And that's big on those outside runs. You got to get the outside contained, especially for those strong safety and for the corner right there. You cannot allow them to get outside or you get big runs like that on the last play.
Greenville fakes, and the quarterback for the Panthers throws it behind his man, the intended target, Matt Tiger, the man who has a touchdown reception. As Butterfield faked a run, he had him open at about the 5-yard line. He missed a throw. That's the second one we've seen deep in Bulldog territory he's missed.
Yeah, I was going to say that is the second time that we've seen that. I can't tell if it's a straight streak downfield or if it's like a little skinny post on the inside there, but it's open. And if he hits him in stride, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, but it did look like there was some confusion on the route there. I don't know what he was running, but like you said, he was there. You get him there, and that's a touchdown. That's a play they're going to want back.
Making adjustments at the line. It's a run for Hinton. Cuts it up the middle, drags a couple defenders down near the 10, stopped with the 11. Kwiatkowski in on the play.
Yeah, but you gotta believe that you have some promise here offensively if you're Greenville. Just right off the bat here in the second half, putting together a strong drive. You have to capitalize with a touchdown if you're the Panthers and put the momentum back kind of on their side. But their defense has to make a stop. They haven't been able to do that all game long.
Opening possession, second half, a 3rd and 4. Clock moving at 13.5. A whistle halts play. And a timeout called on the field. The Panthers must talk this thing over. We'll step aside. A 30-second timeout. Big third down upcoming on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
With that, we welcome you back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Dustin Foy up in the booth with you this afternoon. It's homecoming in Adrian. Bulldog football team doing the job so far. A big third down upcoming, though, as they are backed up deep in their own end. It's 3rd and 4 from the 11. Opening drive of this third quarter for the Panthers offense. Bulldogs sideline getting loud for their defense. Running back is Garrett. He's behind Butterfield. Here's the snap. It's a give up the middle. Runs into a Bulldog wall at the 10. Trying to push forward. Instead, he's driven back right there. They'll give him the 9. That's still a yard short. Brings up a 4th and 1. Nice stop up in the middle.
Yeah, the first real big test for the Bulldog defense here. A 4th and 1. at the 10-yard line. Actually, it's closer to 4th and 2, I think. And we'll see what Greenville elects to do here, if they go with the pass from Butterfield or they're going to continue with that strategy of running the ball up the gut.
Justin Wiseman in on that play for Adrian. It's a 4th and long one. Greenville lines up for it. They look to the sideline for the call. Butterfield in the pistol with Garrett behind him. Power formation for the Panthers. Here's the big back. He's right there. Did he have it? Always right at the line at the 8. Going with the officials' tendencies today. It's going to be it's a first down, Bulldogs. They stopped him short. No measurement needed. That was really close to the sticks. The officials trust their 20/20 vision. It's a first down, black and gold.
If I was Greenville's coach, I'd complain about there not being a measurement, but they're being consistent. They are not bringing the chains from the sidelines this entire season. It must be a new rule. We're going to look that up.
It has to be, or a tendency that the MIAA says, games are taking too long. We can't do all these measurements. Give credit to the Adrian defense. Ben, but did not break. Another forced turnover deep in their own defensive end.
Yeah, and actually, Greenville is extremely upset on the sidelines over there. It must be head coach Robbie Showmaker. He's giving earful to the officials still.
And now it's a run off the turnover. Steven Moses turns on the Jets at the 10, cuts upfield to the 15. He's dragged down at the 20 as he goes tumbling into the Bulldog bench. A little slow to get up, the big man. Good tough running by Steven. That's a first down, Dogs at the 24.
And I imagine being Steven Moses' legs the day after a game.
Oh, my goodness. Couldn't imagine. But it was a great stop by the Adrian defense to prompt this offensive drive, and hopefully we can come away with a score. This puts us in great position for the rest of the game.
2-score lead, 28-14. 12:20 to go in this third quarter. Werzer in the shotgun. Malik Ray now the running back. It's a fake to Malik. Throws it out short. Donald Scott with some blocking at the 25. He stumbles to the 29-yard line. Good pickup there on first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays there where some receivers would try to get fancy and try to make a few moves. Donald Scott just put his head down and got 5 yards. Had he tried to, make a few moves, but he could have easily lost yards on that play. Put his head down, got 5 yards, and it's a good first down game.
And that's from being in the system for 4 years. Donald Scott, a veteran player. He's really helped out his quarterback, Jack Werzer, over his time at Adrian. He's lined up in the slot. Second down and 5. Werzer takes, gives to Malik Ray. He'll push forward to around the 30, maybe the 31-yard, yard and a half. It's a third and medium, just over the Bulldog 30.
Now, I want to say we're going to go with a pass here, but I actually think we're going to go with a run by Steven Moses again. I think we're actually going to get this first down this time. Or is that Malik Ray out right now?
Looks like Malik Ray.
Moses still on the sideline. He was slow to get up, but he's standing up and waiting for his opportunity. It's a 3rd and 4, chance for the Greenville defense to get off the field. Werzer, straight drop back. Steps up, throws, caught. Poyer, first down to the Adrian College 37. Move those chains. The big tight end makes a solid catch.
Man, that's all reliable right there. Poyer always seems to be open when Jack Werzer needs to make a big third down or touchdown conversion. Right there, sat right where he needed to get the first down, and they continue to take control of the clock. The Bulldogs are really doing a good job extending drives and just keeping that Greenville offense off the field.
New set of downs from the 37. Moses back in the game. It's a fake to him. Werzer looking deep. He has this man open at the 30. It's caught. Preston Smith at the 25. Defender pushes him out inside the 20. That's a deep shot. It was there. Werzer connecting on another deep throw. First down, Dogs.
Yeah, Preston Smith, we saw that so many times last week where Werzer was unable to connect with him downfield. That time, Werzer did not overthrow him. He actually underthrew him a little bit, but good adjustment by Smith to make the catch. They're all the way down now to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, he beat his man so good he had space to come back and catch that football. Heads up, though, by him to keep his body control and to reel that one in. Clock under 10 minutes, third quarter, 28-14 Adrian off the defensive stop. All the way inside the red zone already. Werzer in the shotgun. Claps his hands twice, third time's the charm. It's a snap and a give off to Moses. He'll get a couple right up the middle. I mean, we're seeing the offense really open up the playbook, Destin. I mean, we're seeing runs up the middle, deep passes it has to be tough to defend.
Really tough to defend. I think that's exactly what the Bulldogs want. We wanted Jack to get really warmed up, get some connection with his receiver. We saw Precious Smith get hit a lot today. We saw Donald Scott get hit a lot. You know, you get your receivers going, and then you get the run game going. You keep the defensive guessing at all times, and you see the lead 28-14. Hopefully we punch it in one more time.
In the red zone, marked at the 14-yard line. 4 receivers for Werzer. Moses, the running back. It's a fake to Steven. Jack looking left, throws, has his receiver, Palace, one-handed, he caught it! Touchdown, Adrian College! Gage Palace.
What a great catch.
Circus act in the back corner. My goodness. Looked like Jack overthrew him again. Gage says, you know what, I got you, man. Touchdown, Adrian.
Yeah, that was a great concentration in the back corner of the end zone there, even to keep his feet in play, as well as, if you're watching video-wise, BCSN showing the replay there, as Palace got just one arm. It was his left arm up there, got both feet down for the touchdown.
34 points for the Bulldog offense. Another touchdown pass for Jack Werzer. West on for the PAT. He awaits the snap, the hold, kick, line drive. Good. 35-14 on homecoming. 9 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Touchdown pass by Jack Werzer. Offense goes 92 yards to score that touchdown. Big play by the big man, Preston Smith. A long reception put the Bulldogs in business. They score once again. 35-14 over Greenville on homecoming. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Dustin Foy with you here today. The run up and the kick. This will be returnable at the 10-yard line for the Panthers. Cuts it back at the 20, 25. Sheds a tackle again, the 25, 30. Really churning those legs. Gets up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Check the number. Looked like number 26 for Greenville. That is Ashton Moultrie, the D-back, the senior from Fresno, California.
And as we're getting some clouds here finally, that last touchdown play was really driven by that fourth down stop by our defense and the third down conversion by our Bulldogs, which is something that they've done really well going into halftime. They were 6 of 8 in third down conversions in the first half, which is something they've done a really great job of doing all day.
Yeah, and that touchdown pass to Palace actually made them over 300 yards of total offense so far, and we're already just starting in the third quarter.
Greenville looking to answer. 1st and 10, up over the middle, throws, caught, first down. Nice pass by Butterfield, the catch made right at the 50. Give it to number 6 for the Panthers. That's Terrence Brown, the sophomore from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yeah, TJ Brown went up and absorbed the contact on that one and able to come to the ground to make the catch for the first down.
1st and 10 already at the 50. Greenville offense gives it up the middle. Ooh, big hit. Aiden Hinton delivers the blow at the 45 of Adrian. Brought down at about the 42.5. It's a second down and 2. As the safety for AC, that's number 3. Donovan McCary comes off for at least a play.
See, with the Greenville offense, I've noticed that they have a lot of things they can do well, but to string those off like in a rhythm like Adrian's have been able to do is what's stopping them from really putting a lot of points on the board today.
2nd and 2 at the 42 of Adrian College. It's a speed option right. Butterfield keeps, pitches it late to Hinton, and that'll be close to the 40. We'll see where he stepped out, as I think Butterfield was confused because the defender went right to the pitch man instead of him. So he waited, and pitched it last second.
Yeah, it was a good adjustment by the Bulldog defense. Forced him to string it out wide there and set up another big third down for that Greenville offense.
Actually lost a yard. Not too many negative yardage plays today. few penalties, but that's been it. Both offenses really moving the football. But Greenville doesn't need that. They need points. Trailing now 35-14. Around 7:30 to go in our third quarter. Third down and 2. Carry, stop, short. Got a yard, did the running back, Paul Garrett. Needed 3, it's now a 4th down.
Same exact situation as the last possession there. 4th down and 2 coming up for that Greenville offense.
Andrew Nummer, a great tackle on that 3rd down. One of those outside linebackers. He and Sam Madrid played a really good game last week down in Hanover in their 7-point loss. Another timeout.
I think Greenville. It's a big play.
It really is. Momentum clearly on Adrian's side. 4th and 2 upcoming. We're ready to take a 30-second break. 4th and 2 when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Another 4th down for Greenville and the offense. They were stopped at the Adrian 8 last time. They're at the Bulldog 42. 2 wide receivers to the short side. That's the right side. Tight end on that side of the formation. Butterfield in the pistol. They need the 40. Here's a give to Paul Jarrett. He gets the 40 and much more. To the 30, the 25. He's shoved out there by Ty Diener. That's an easy 1st down for Greenville. Just started up and cut it out. That's a lot of speed.
That was perfectly played by Sam Madrid, actually, but Madrid unable to kind of break down and make that tackle. Good cut outside, and really huge conversion there for Greenville.
Yeah, they needed that. After that last 4th down conversion that they couldn't get, they need points on the board if they want to stay in this game.
As the one cloud gives way to the sun yet again here at Docking Stadium. It's a warm one on homecoming. Give credit to the fans that have stuck it out here in the second half.
It makes it a lot easier when the boys are winning.
Really does. At the 24-yard line, Butterfield pitches, tackled in the backfield. A 6-yard loss on that play. Adrian had a man covered on every possibility, and that was, I believe, Nummer again with the tackle.
Yeah, he's been all over the place today for that Bulldog defense. Nummer in the backfield, and really that option offense has not done anything for the Greenville. It's been all runs, straight runs to the outside or up the middle, and, the Butterfield passing as well.
Yeah, that is odd, Jay. We don't have a breakdown of it, but I'd like to see yards per play on the speed option because that's one they're really going to. On the offense, and Adrian, give them credit, they've schemed against it. Butterfield back to throw, has 3 in the pattern. Rolls out to the right. It's a pass across his body to the 25, gets a block there. Up to the 20, collides with a Bulldog defender. Ty Diener laid the lumber. Big gain, though, a 15-yard pickup for Greenville. Gets them in a good position for a 3rd down, but, boy, Ty Diener is feeling it today.
Yeah, he definitely hit him solid there, but a good adjustment there by Butterfield to make that completion, throwing across his body. And, but still 3rd down and long here, 3rd and 7.
Delray Crowder with that reception. 3rd and 7. You would like to believe 4th down territory once again for the Panthers, should they need it. Butterfield in the shotgun. It's a straight drop back. Now he'll roll to the right, throws back to his left. He's got a man wide open. 1st down and more to the 10. Lowers his shoulder at the 5. And finally tackled there. Nice catch, Seth Logan. A good play design. The tight end was wide open.
Yeah, I've noticed they do that rollout with the quarterback a lot. He rolls out one side and then goes the other way and throws it to the tight end, who was wide open right there. But again, they want to get to these screens and, they want to run those bubble plays, but our Adrian defense is staying all over it. The corners are there. But you see they're kind of looks like they're trying to look for those screen plays and giving up those cross-the-field plays.
Yeah, that was very similar to that pick 6 that Adrian had earlier in this game. Very similar play call. This time it was wide open, and it was the easiest throw Butterfield's probably made all day.
1st and 10, 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Adrian leads it 35-14. 1st and goal. To give Garrett Oh, great blocking. Slips a couple tackles. He walks in. Touchdown, Greenville. And the big, powerful, speedy running back does his thing. The offensive line does theirs. Easy touchdown run, and the Panthers right back in it.
But now if you're the Adrian offense team, you did a great job the last few possessions. You got that fourth down stop. You scored on the last play. So now it's still up 2 scores instead of just a 1-score game as it would have been if you didn't get that fourth down completion a few drives ago.
The second touchdown run for Paul Garrett, 5'9", junior. This is Lucas Hermo for the extra point. The righty puts it up, away, and it's good. Makes the score 35-21, 4:11 to go, third quarter. Bulldog football after this 30-second break on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Greenville touchdown, a run by Paul Garrett from about 7 yards out. Gives Greenville their first score of the second half. It's 4:11 to go in it. 35-21. Adrian leads on homecoming. Ian Wentz, Destin Foy, Jay Hanna with you. Bringing you this broadcast today. It's a hot one in Adrian, Michigan. Here's a high kick. Will be fielded by Kenny Kajawa from the 4-yard line. Up over the 20. The 25 gets rocked at the 26. And some pushing and shoving after. Special teamers getting into it for both schools at the Adrian 35. No flags. So Jack Werzer and the offense, they're looking to respond to that Greenville score. Both offenses really have lived up to what we thought they could be today, moving that football.
Getting compliments on Matt Kibbe's interview on the BCSN broadcast, so have to make sure we go back and watch that later on.
Will that be saved somewhere, probably?
I'm sure somewhere. I'll find it.
It's out there. It's out there somewhere. All right, Jack Werzer in the offense from the 26. It's Stephen Moses, slips through an arm tackle, falls forward to the 31. It's a 2nd down and 5 and a flag at the end of the play. Yeah, we're giving Matt Kibbe sort of the day off. He's normally running things here for us on the broadcast. He deserves a little time off from doing this. Trust me, he's busy, but it's good to give him a little break.
Yeah, so I'm doing it.
Well, yeah.
No, much easier day today thanks to BCSN for providing all the video today. We're just providing the talking voices here on the Adrian College Sports Network, and it's been a fun one so far, almost over halfway through the third quarter here.
I'm not sure the flag. It must have been an offside call. No, I'm not sure on it. We'll have to check. We were talking about Matt. Maybe they picked it up. It's 2nd down and 5. Here's Stephen Moses, tries the right side. Physicality up over the 40. Stephen Moses running with purpose to the 42, and another Adrian first down.
Yeah, this has been a really competitive game on both sides of the ball. I mean, Greenville continues to fight back in this one. Stephen Moses had a great day, but he's taken a beating there downfield.
But I love what he's able to do. He's always falling forward. He's always trying to get those extra yards every possession. That's what makes a great running back, doing everything you can to crunch out those 1 to 2 yards that mean a lot.
1st and 10, Ployer, the tight end in motion. This is a give to Malik Ray, an arm tackle right at the line. Greenville breaks it down and gets the stop on 1st down. Might give him a half yard.
Now, I noticed that Greenville defense, when they see Malik Ray in there, they really attack that offensive line. They really try to get back there right away, especially when Moses is not in the game.
Javira Bovell, the tackle, the senior from Orange Park, Florida. Very diverse roster for Greenville. They're located in Illinois. We've read names from Alabama, Georgia, all over. Here's the 2nd down and long for the Bulldog offense. It's Malik Ray. Finds some space left side over the 50, approaching the 45. He'll get the 47, 46. Regardless, Adrian first down, and probably Malik's best run of the day.
Yeah, that's the difference, though, between the two teams like that. Is it looks like Preston Smith's on the ground. I'm not sure if it's a cramp or what. It's a hot day. as team trainer Jamie Fetters running out on the field on that one. But as I was saying, the difference between the two runners is Moses is more of a power back up the middle, where Malik Ray, you can use those little sweep plays like that, get him outside, give him in space, or even set up a screen.
They tend to Preston Smith, the big wide receiver, has a touchdown catch today. We'll take a 60-second break as they check out the Bulldog player. Bulldogs lead it 35-21 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Preston Smith off the field. Bulldog offense out there. It's a first down and 10 from the 47-yard line. This time it's a give. Malik Ray with some speed and power, likes that left side. Give him about 4, maybe 5. And again, a second down and manageable. And what the offense has done is said, okay, we're in a position where maybe we can pass. We're not going to. We're just going to run the football.
It makes a lot of sense. You're taking time off the clock by doing that, and then you keeping Jack fresh. You don't really need to run his arm down, because if Stephen Moses is getting everything, and also Malik Ray is finding some success running the ball now too, you really can just open the playbook up and just go free.
I think the Greenville safeties are staying back, anticipating something deep, so they like the offensive front, and they've run it plenty. This time it's a deep throw. Going down for Seslar. He's tangled up at the 10. No flag. Bulldog faithful wanted one. It was really good coverage on the edge by the Greenville corner. It's a third down and about 4.
Yeah, that was one that needed to be lofted a little bit further and allow Seslar to use his height advantage to go up on. But pretty good coverage downfield and setting up a big third down here. It also stopped the clock because Bulldogs doing a good job of keeping the ball out of Greenville's offense's hands. And so this is a huge play early in the second half.
Not necessarily a passing down. 1:32 on the third quarter clock. Adrian with a 2-score lead. It is a run. Stephen Moses needs 4, gets 5. It's an Adrian first down to the Greenville 35.
Yep, that was a really good run by Moses. Couple cuts in there. Patience showed. And, it just makes it show that the Bulldogs be able to eat out the rest of this quarter clock and take the ball into the fourth quarter with the 2-possession lead, pending a turnover. I don't want to jinx anybody, but
confidence running the football. That's a third down and 4. Most offenses don't run on 3rd and 4.
And it's been working all day. I've said it before. They've been very good on third down conversions, and that's going to be one of the biggest takeaways of them hopefully coming away with this victory.
1st and 10 at the Greenville 35. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Wurzer, quick throw. It's Kenny Kajawa out in the flat. Slips one tackle, can't slip a second. It's about 4 yards on a first down pass for Wurzer to Kajawa.
Yeah, I think we're going to get one more play here in the third quarter as Kajawa gets the ball in space yet again. Another 5-yard gain on first down. That's really set the tone here offensively for the Bulldogs. Just second and short, third and short, and able to make big plays on those plays.
Wurzer back to the line quickly. They'll check the sideline. That sort of reminds you, the Bulldog fans out there, of Jaron McGaw. Sort of a shorter, speedier guy. Just get him the football in space, and he makes things happen. Good play for Kajawa. It's a second down and 5. Wurzer fumbles the snap on the exchange. I think Adrian got it back. A rare miscue as the lineman jumps back on that football.
I think they're going to be happy with going into the third quarter or fourth quarter with the ball.
That they will. It's a third down and 8 to start the fourth quarter. As the third expires, teams trade touchdowns. It's 35-21. Adrian with the lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 30-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
We're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Destin Foy here to start the fourth quarter as Jay has things to attend to, as they're going to put him on camera for an interview coming up fourth quarter over on BCSN. Bulldog Marching Band takes us into the fourth quarter. They've had a lot to cheer about. Adrian leads at 35-21. We'll switch it to Greenville. Destin, what do the Panthers need to do to come back and try to win this game?
Well, first they got to stop our run game. You know, Stephen Moses has been running all over them all day, and they also have to stop us on third down. We've done a great job converting on third downs, getting a lot of stops, but they got to score. You know, they've been running a lot of those bubble plays, those screen options, and they just haven't been working. So they need to find something that works consistently and drive downfield and put some scores together before this game gets out of hand.
And how can Adrian close this game out?
Just doing what they've still been doing, getting after the quarterback, being aggressive on defense, being aggressive offensively. With Stephen Moses, again, you see him getting a lot of yards on this last play here. He's been doing a great job. So if you just keep running with him, I think we'll be fine with the rest of the game.
That's a 3rd and 8 handoff up the middle for Stephen Moses. He gets about 15, and the young man's been putting on a running clinic today. Stephen Moses, 24 carries now, over 160 yards, 2 touchdowns along of 47. He's on his way to touchdown number 3 if he keeps this up.
And then that moves us to 9 out of 11 on third down conversions, which is just spectacular if you want to, especially to win this game.
1st and 10 at the 19. Moses slips a tackle in the backfield. He falls forward for 3 yards. A 2nd down and about 6 upcoming as Matt Kibbe joins us on the broadcast for the fourth quarter. You've been running around.
I've been very busy today, that's to say the least. It's been a hectic day on this hot one, but couldn't ask for anything better.
Plenty of points to cheer about for both fan bases, really. Bulldogs have the advantage by 2 of those scores, 35-21. 14 minutes to go in this ball game. 2nd down along 6. For Werzer in the offense. Getting the call from the coaching staff down on the field. Under 5 on the play clock. 4 out wide. Werzer will hand it off instead. It's Malik Ray. Tries the right side. He gets close to the line to gain. Mark him at the 11. 3rd down and 3 upcoming.
You know, the real benefit that Adrian has seen all day long is the consistency with the running backs. Every single carry, it feels like they're getting yard after yard and falling forward. If you can run forward and you're in the fourth quarter and you're still getting 3, 4, 5 yards a carry, that's a good recipe for success.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Stephen Moses is right now averaging 6.8 yards a carry. You're almost averaging 7 yards a carry, almost a 1st down every time he gets the ball. That just breeds success for the Adrian College offense.
Converted a 3rd and 8 earlier. This is Malik Ray on the 3rd and 3. He gets the yardage needed. Down to the 4. Now I'll give a huge shout out to the offensive line. You know, the running backs really benefit from that blocking up front. They've really done a good job.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. This offensive line has got experience that they've been building on year after year. It starts with Ben Pelletier at that center position. He leads the charge for this team.
The captain of that offensive line calls all the blocking assignments. It's a 1st and goal from the 4. This is Ray. He'll walk in, left side, touchdown Bulldogs.
And shout out to Malik Ray because he did have a slow start in the first few drives, averaging a little under 1 yard or 2 yards a carry, now to almost 4 yards per carry since halftime. He's done a great job filling in for Stephen Moses, giving him a break, and now punching in his touchdown, which builds up this lead even bigger for the Bulldogs.
You could drive a Mack truck through that hole from that offensive line. Matt, you and I probably could have hit that hole and scored.
We could have walked.
Yeah. And Malik Ray, the beneficiary of that touchdown run. Cooper West in for the PAT.
He's been impressive, too, today.
Yeah, he's been active. His 6th extra point, up, away, and that
was the first one that hit the
no
net.
good. He missed it.
Oh, never mind.
All he heard us talking about him.
Oh, my gosh.
Cooper West misses the extra point. It's 41-21. Bulldogs with the lead on homecoming thanks to Malik Ray's 4-yard touchdown run. We'll take a break. 30 seconds. Panthers with the ball when we return on the Adrian College Sports Network.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Listening to the presentation of Bulldog Football on ACTV and WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, an Adrian College Media House production.
Greenville set to get this football back following a Malik Gray 4-yard touchdown run. A missed extra point makes it 41-21. On the return from the 15, cuts back to the 25, looks to get that edge. He can't find it. Nice tackle on the special teams for Adrian College. That's Kenny Kajawa. I had to make sure it was Kenny. He plays offense, special teams, punt return, kick return. He might go out on defense this next possession. He's all over the place.
Yeah, now in football, you need guys like that, guys willing to do anything out there, willing to make anything happen. You need those spark plugs on any team that needs some success. You need those guys, those spark plugs for the locker room.
All right, if you're the Panther offense here, Matt, I know you've been watching the game on and off. They've been able to move the football, but it's about finishing, right?
It is. It comes down to what can you do when you get into the red zone. And they've done well for the most part, but they get into these situations and just not able to finish. And that's why you see the score like it is. Adrian's done well.
Butterfield, he has some pressure, rolls left, throws across his body. It's a catch for a first down by his running back, Adrian Hinton. Takes a hit at the 40. And dragged down there. A good completion, 14 yards. Butterfield slow to get up.
That's the other thing you've seen out of Greenville, too, is Butterfield has been able to create plays. And if you can continue to do that throughout this game and throughout this fourth quarter, you can get into the end zone. You can try and mount a comeback here.
But then with those plays, you see on that rollout just like that, that's where he threw that first pick six earlier in the game. So you see a lot of those mistakes are getting to them, but they're just trying to dig at themselves out of this hole, which is tough.
Hinton, the running back. Defensive line swallows him up. DeAndre Jennings flexing and making a tackle after a 2 or 3 yard gain.
He's so good. DeAndre Jennings.
A 4-year starter.
He's so
monster.
Good.
And there's a Bulldog down. Lower leg type injury. I don't want to speculate, but there's probably some cramping going on. But again, not sure. They're looking at the D lineman 22, Justin Wiseman, the senior from Marine City High School, my high school rival.
Yeah. He's a good kid. I hope for the best for him. He's just all around. He's active on campus, too. Just really good kid for the Adrian College football program.
He's up walking off under his own power. Yeah, Marine City, a power in Michigan high school football. Yeah. One of the lower divisions, but
still a power.
They're there every year.
You got to give them credit.
I do. I try. It's hard to, but you have to give it up to him. Wiseman to the bench, get some water. He looks to be okay. So Greenville has a timeout built into that. Injury. It's a 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers. Left hash, trailing by 20, 12 minutes to go in this game.
Ian, I will tell you, I was down on the field. Now, granted, I am wearing a suit, but I know they're sweating down there. It is hot on that turf.
And they got them all black jerseys, too. Just absorbing the sun.
2nd and 8. Butterfield fakes the run, being chased, throws it deep downfield, looking for his receiver, incomplete at the 30. No flag.
Great coverage.
That was good coverage. Looking for number 81, Dellery Crowder. He's made a couple of good catches in this contest.
Give the Adrian defense a lot of credit tonight. Secondary, linebackers, defensive linemen, they've been working their tails off tonight because they really kept Greenville's offense uncomfortable. They haven't really been able to really dive into their playbook like we have because they try to run those bubbles, those don't work. They try to rollouts, those don't work. We're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and you see a lot of 3rd downs and 4th downs that Greenville just can't convert.
Panthers need 8 on a 3rd down. Pressure, blitzed, Madrid missed him. Here's a play for Butterfield, throws it out too far. Incomplete. The Adrian native made the pressure in the backfield. Butterfield couldn't complete the pass.
I know some fans will say, you got to get the sack there, but the defense just did their job.
You did your job. You put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
You made him make a tough throw, led to the incompletion. Now you have a 4th down, which Greenville really hasn't been that successful tonight all day.
Everybody wants to hear Ian say it's sack time up here in the booth, but, when you do something like that, you did your job, and your defense, your cornerbacks came up.
No doubt about it. Butterfield going forward on 4th and 8. A throwback play. It's caught at the midfield stripe. They'll get the first down near the 45-yard line. They beat Madrid in coverage. He saw it, but he read it late. A throwback pass is good. The catch made by Seth Logan, the 6'2 senior.
Now, they like to do those rollouts to catch the defensive secondary off guard because you focus, you see him running that direction. Then he turns back and then catches you on those crossing routes. Well, they've been finding some success all day, but again, to putting those together, putting a scoring drive together has been tough for Greenville all day.
Approaching 11 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Butterfield throws, caught. First down, Panthers to the 35, the 30.
Second play in a row with those rollouts. They're working now. He's finding some rhythm. They're moving downfield.
We've talked about how good the defense is. If I had one complaint about the Adrian defense, it's the ability to wrap up. You got to wrap up and take the guy down. You can't be trying to arm tackle. You got to just deliver the hit stick.
Something I've also noticed that earlier in this game, they were doing a really good job of swarming the ball carriers. They were really a lot of guys getting to the ball. Now you mentioned it, a lot of one guys going over there missing tackles and leading to these big plays.
10:45 to go. Butterfield rolls right, looking to throw, looks back, looks place side, throws it into the sideline. Clock stops, 10:43 with his offense. Looking at a second down and long, his team trailing by 20.
Smart play. Get rid of it. He was getting a lot of pressure on him. Luckily, he got out of the tackle boxes. That would have been intentional grounding. That's the rule. But it would have been. But he was able to get out of the tackle box, and good pressure by the defensive line, who's, again, just been playing really well, making holes for the linebackers to break through.
If I'm Greenville, I've been running the ball well, and they've been getting chunk plays. I might go back to that. Paul Garrett's been running the ball very well today, and here he is on a second down. I mean, see, they're getting chunks on that. He's almost up to the line to gain for a first down. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. But I think the problem that you have with that run game is where you're at in the game and the score. You can't, if you're going to run it, you got to know you're going to get those big chunks. You got to know you're going to give yourself third and very manageable, where you can take a shot and know you can get it on fourth if you don't successfully try on third.
And then with running the ball, you're also using a lot of clock, which is not on their hands. It's not in their favor right now.
Panthers clearly in some hurry-up mode, trailing by 20 here. 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Third down and 1 from the Bulldog 18. It's a fake. Butterfield lobs it up. He has his receiver there. He's not caught the football.
Wow.
Bryce Tullis broke it up in the end zone. That was close, going for the tight end.
He had it in his hands, and as he was going down to the ground, he wasn't able to hang on to it. Almost like the turf is what took it away from him and really made that incomplete.
Man, a tough break for the Greenville offense, who really needed that touchdown right now. They really wanted to get some more points on the board, down 20 in this last quarter of play.
It's a 4th and 1. My money's on a run to Garrett. He's done it before. They check the sideline. 5 down linemen, a couple of tight ends in addition. It's a run up the middle. First down, Panthers. He got it with ease. I mean, we've seen two really physical runners back-to-back weeks with Sean Cohen last week at Hanover, and now Garrett here with Greenville.
The thing about last week, though, was it felt like the Adrian line, not late in the game, but for the most part was able to contain the run. It was a lot of passing plays that ended up kind of benefiting Hanover. In this case, it's the run that's been beating them right now.
But they were containing them early in the game, so something must have happened after halftime. They must have got complacent.
Butterfield feeling pressure. He'll throw back corner. His man is there. He caught it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Exactly.
Threw that into a window. Pass by reception by Robert Reagans. Give him 6 points, and Greenville not out of this contest.
No, not at all. That's what this team benefits off of. That rollout play has worked all day long, and you see it there. He scrambled. It's a scramble drill. The moment you see your quarterback leave the tackle box, you are just trying to get open as a receiver, and that's exactly what happened there. You have him up in the corner, and Butterfield is able to hit him with ease.
Now, fortunately for the Bulldogs, we've been managed to put a lot of points on the board, and we've done a great job of taking a lot of time on the clock during our possessions, so hopefully we can drain this 9 minutes into giving Greenville about 2 or 3 minutes on the clock.
Hermo with the extra point. It's up, away, and through. 41-28. Our score. Adrian leads on homecoming, under 10 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Bulldog offense with it when we return on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
And Gatorade waiting for me.
Adrian set to get this football back. Their defense surrenders a score. Pass from Butterfield to Reagans. Makes it now 41-28, 9:25 to go in this contest. Ian Wentz, Matt Kibbe, and Dustin Foy on this broadcast here for the fourth quarter. And confusion on special teams, and Adrian forced to call a timeout.
That's a frustrating timeout, too.
Wow.
You do not, no coach likes to use a timeout on special teams unless you're debating to go for it or kick a field goal. That's
Especially
the only time you want to use
quarter.
it, yeah. But, you take it here. You have the benefit of having all three. And also, too, Greenville only has one left. They had to use a very early timeout back in the third quarter. I was wondering if that was going to have an impact in the fourth quarter, and it looks like it will, especially with the offense starting to get going for Greenville.
Yeah, and I don't like questioning coaches' decisions, but if you have too many men or not enough, the worst it is a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
And it's on a kickoff, right? It's not like you're moving your offense or defense. And I hope Adrian doesn't need that timeout later on in the game, but hopefully they're getting the right coaching. You just hate to use that timeout. It's off a score. You have extra time to get people out there, so.
You could hear the coaches screaming. They were trying to get them out there before. Like you said, if I was coaching, and I don't like assuming, but I would have just taken the penalty or taken the one less guy, give Greenville the advantage. Your kick return has been pretty good. You've gotten back to the 25 for the most part all day long.
All 11 out there now for AC, 11 for the Panthers. Everyone's set to go. The run-up and the kick by Hermo. Fair catch by Kwiatkowski will be made, and an Adrian football.
Even worse when you see
all
the
that
fair
off
catch.
a fair catch.
Just to get it right where you were going to get it anyway.
So Greenville, they're certainly not out of this football game.
No.
They just need a couple of stops, and that's been tough to come by.
Yeah, I'm glad we've been able to dictate the pace offensively with Stephen Moses. He's been able to really turn out a lot of yards every possession, every play, and hopefully we stick to that. We take some time off the clock. I would love for this to be a good 7 or 8 minute possession. That would be perfect for the Bulldogs to really put the pressure on the Greenville offense, who really has been pretty sporadic all day.
And we've seen one against the Bulldogs against Hanover last week. The Panthers drove down and ended up not scoring. Here's a run from Moses.
There's a late flag.
Give him a couple and a flag in on the tackle. Not too many penalties in this contest.
No, it's been fairly clean. A couple odd end penalties, though, when they have been called.
Face mask on the tackle, so we'll add on 15 to that. It'll be an Adrian College first down, approaching 9 minutes to play in this game. And Stephen Moses, he's either at, approaching, or over 200 yards rushing, and that's pretty special. We haven't seen that since number 6 was here for the Bulldogs, Emmanuel Stewart, and Moses just going to work today.
Yeah, like I said, averaging almost 7 yards per carry. That's technically almost a first down every time he touches the ball. That just really affected him, and it's just adding up to the reason why we have 40 points on the scoreboard.
Adrian looking to run that play clock down. It's at 13. Game clock at 9:02.
Take your
AC
time.
leads it, 41-28. Here's a snap and a give. Malik Ray sheds a tackle in the backfield. Malik Ray looking for room up over the 50, down to the 49-yard line. And the Hudson Tiger picks up 6, maybe 7. That was a creative run.
Yeah, if you can do that consistently and get, I think you want to, on this drive, your goal is 5 yards. Really, and I want to say this lightly, 5 yards and that's it.
Yeah.
If you get to 5 yards, maybe you let somebody hit you and take you down. 5 yards is manageable, kills the clock, let it run down. Jack is really good at this. He's really good at game management.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about him, especially if a play gets broken off. He's able to make something out of nothing, which is just spectacular from the quarterback position.
Sort of the evolution of football. Normally, you would break the huddle at about 18 on the clock. No one huddles anymore, so it looks weird. The offense just standing there, waiting for the play clock to run down. And here's the snap and a nice tackle in the backfield. Haven't seen that too often. Malik Ray the carry, and give a Good tackle to Dwayne Garrett, the 5'10 freshman.
See, that's okay, though. That's okay. You're still at third down and very manageable, a third and about 4. That's where you want to be. That's right where you want to be.
And they found a lot of success converting on third down today with Stephen Moses and Malik Ray. You got both of your running backs averaging, like I said, Stephen Moses averaging almost 7. You got Malik Ray averaging almost 4 yards per carry. You got really good consistency from both your backs. You could just hold on to the ball, turn out the clock. Like I said, it was a low yard play, but you're doing what you need to do, getting time off the clock.
Ball right at the 50. Bulldogs lead it 41-28. Werzer with a snap. He'll throw it on third down. Over the middle, it's a diving, sliding attempt behind Donald Scott. Incomplete and a 4th down and 4 upcoming for the AC offense. I feel like Jack hasn't thrown a football in about 15 real-life minutes, so maybe a little rust there from the senior.
Well, he took the safe bet. Just couldn't get it to him, had to get it up a little bit. He had the completion because that's the biggest thing. If you're going to pass in that situation, you have to try and complete it. And he went with the safe bet, just didn't execute.
But now punting, you put a lot of pressure on your defense now to get this stop because Greenville's going to want to score, and they're going to want to score quickly.
You have the best punter in the MIAA here. Can you get a big shot out of him?
Benke an opportunity. He's done it before. Great snap. Benke puts his right foot into it. It's a high, spiraling punt. Fair catch called for. He'll make it at the 8.
That's the job.
The magician, Austin Benke, does it again. When he gets a good snap, and that's been an if the last couple of years, like you said, he's the best in the conference.
Yeah, he remember how many 80-yard punts did he have a couple years ago and even last year? 80 yards on a punt, and he was doing that what felt like consistently.
Yeah. Got a big leg on Benke, and that backs up the Greenville offense inside their 10. They officially mark it at the 8.5, we'll call it the 9-yard line.
This gives the defense a chance to swarm. This is where you want to be if you're the defense. This is a chance to work on some stuff. You got a big lead. They got to go 92 yards to score. Swarm them. I want to see some blitzes.
Yeah, you get after them right away. You be super aggressive. You get that ball back as soon as possible.
Good to see Justin Wiseman back in. He's at right defensive end. Butterfield fakes left, rolls right.
27.
Looking to his man deep down the field. It's sliding. Oh. Crowder can't hold on. Incomplete at the 37.
Now, those rollouts, he get a lot of those crossing. 27 was wide open crossfield and missed him a little bit, but tried to make that deep play. But we keep talking about it. Those rollouts are getting our defense off guard, and they're finding some success for sure.
Did you see DeAndre Jennings on that play, Ian?
No, he was too fast.
Chased after Butterfield and honestly almost got him from behind.
You have to check the roster sometimes with these guys switching up numbers.
Yeah.
You see a 5 for Jennings and you're thinking he's a corner. Nope. He's a 4-year starter on the defensive line. It's a 2nd down. It's a run, a slip tackle in the backfield, but Wiseman cleans it up at the 10-yard line. Trying for Garrett to get something on 2nd down. No such luck.
Had him in the backfield for a loss. Let him slip away. Had a little bit of grease on him. Able to get your teammates to pick you up and only give up, you call it a yard, but really it was nothing.
Now, this 3rd down may be the most important down of this entire game for the Greenville offense.
From the 10, they need the 19. Bulldog fans getting loud on homecoming. 6:30 to go in this game. 41-28, Adrian leads. The Panthers have 3 wide. 1 goes in motion. Butterfield with the snap. Looks right. Looks middle. Throws. Caught. 1st down. Panthers up at the 30-yard line. Gets picked up and dragged down right there. Huge reception for number 27. That's the wideout. Matt Tiger has a touchdown today, but found an opening.
Whether you're in a zone coverage or man coverage, a slant is a hard thing to cover, and that's what happened there. You drop and stop right in the middle of the field. That's a soft spot in the zone, and you take advantage of it, and that's how you get a big play on 3rd down.
Yeah, especially, with time moving, still you have 6 minutes left on the clock. You got to get something fast and quick, and here they go again with the rollout.
Rolling right side. Butterfield throws it back over the middle. It's a catch at the 45. Nice catch and a 1st down for the Panthers. Give it to TJ Brown, the sophomore.
It's not even a design play. We talked about it earlier in the 4th quarter. When Butterfield rolls out, it's a scramble.
Just get open.
Get open, and that's what's happening here. The receivers are finding the soft spot in the coverage.
And the thing is with the corners and our safeties, they're beating the guys to their spots. But then when you are just trying to get open, you're losing them trying to find the quarterback.
Inside Bulldog territory, here's Garrett. He meets Kyle Minder a yard into it. Madrid there to clean up the mess. A 2nd down and 9.
It's the benefit to being in the offense is when you're the receiver, you know where you're going to go. The defense has to respond to that.
Now, on that last play, I'm a little confused on the play call, just choosing to run the ball with the clock still moving, a little under 5 minutes, still down, a little over 2 scores. You know, you need to do something fast, and the clock's still running. You're still just standing there.
2nd down and 9. You're right. Clock approaching 5 minutes to go. Butterfield looking right all the way. Throws back left. He's got the tight end. And a big tackle by Bryce. That was Sam Madrid. Reception made by 83.
Trey Lamon.
Thank you, Matt.
I got you.
Took me a minute.
I found the roster that Jay left for me finally.
Okay, good. With like 9-point font.
Yeah, correct.
Jay printed off a special copy for you, Matt.
Just for me. He made me use my eyes.
3rd and 7 for the Panthers. 4:30 to go in this game. Butterfield drops back, looks, throws deep. Pass out there, almost picked off by Ty Diener. Got a hand on it, but A-plus coverage from the young man who has a score in this contest.
Well, you're at 4th down. You have no choice but to go for it here.
You have to.
That was a good play. I would have liked to see Greenville be a little bit more safe on that. Make it 4th and manageable instead of 4th and 7. A 4th and 3 is a lot easier to get than 4th and 7.
This whole possession was a little confusing to me because they used a lot of time on the clock that they just truthfully didn't have.
Bulldogs have 3 down linemen. Greenville counters with 4 wide receivers.
Good timeout. Really good timeout here.
Coach Deere elects to use one on defense. They've used one on special teams earlier in this quarter. They'll talk things over. We will as well. Adrian leads at 41-28. Timeout on the field after this 30-second timeout. We'll be back with Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Big time 4th down play upcoming for Greenville Panthers on offense. They trail it. Adrian's homecoming 41-28. Ian Wendt, Matt Kibbe, Dustin Foy with you for this broadcast. This could be the ball game.
Yeah, it really could be. I want to see Greenville here. I think they got to rely on that slant and scramble drill. Have a slant as your opening route, but then Butterfield, get out of the pocket. That's where you've been successful. Make the corners work. I think that is what we're going to see, though.
They need the Adrian College 39. They're at the 36.
Make me look good.
Butterfield, back to pass, gets some pressure, rolls and throws. Intercepted! Ty Diener again! He's got 2. Bulldogs take over.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Any day of the week and on
worst
on
case
Sunday.
scenario for the Greenville offense. Worst case, throwing away the ball, 4th down. You really wanted to score, and now you almost put yourself in a position where you pretty much lost this game.
Yeah, it turned into the scramble drill. The problem was it was fly routes for everyone out of the receiving spot. Fly routes down the field, and whenever you go into that scramble drill, it's a lot harder for your receivers to adjust back and come back and get close to you, and that's what happened there. And Ty Diener, right place, right time, all game long, really.
Now, I almost assumed he was just going to run forward and try to get out of bounds and try to stop the clock a little bit, but instead he just threw it away, and careless mistake that pretty much cost him the game.
Ty Diener, his 2nd pick of the day. His first one went for 6. This one stifles the Panthers' offense. 4:17 to go. It's a run for the Bulldog running back. I believe it's Malik Ray. And it is. Gets about 3 or 4. Just a complete game so far for Adrian. I know they have to close it out, but Greenville comes in scoring 40-plus a game. They knew that going in, and the defense has really answered.
And so has the offense. The offense has done a great job holding the momentum. They really dictated this entire game behind Stephen Moses. He's been a tank this entire night, running the ball so well. Malik Ray's done a great job as a sub. They've just been overall very efficient running the ball.
Words in the offense are happy letting this play clock run all the way down. It's inside 10 seconds. Game clock approaching 3:30. Tight formation. Ray still the back. It is a give to Malik. Right side run, cuts it back middle. Shifty moves by the converted linebacker. Now, look, he's making a case just to be running back, right? I almost have to stop saying converted linebacker. He ran the ball at Hudson, and he's doing a great job here today.
You see, after he got his rhythm after those first few drives, he's been able to really churn out some great runs. He got that touchdown earlier. He's done a great job for Stephen Moses, who's been working his tail off all day in this heat.
Right, going into this quarter, I thought it was a runaway player of the game, Stephen Moses, and Ty Diener really making his case for player of the game. Pick 6 and another interception here late fourth. I mean, you throw in the offensive line. It'll be a tough player of the game selection. I think I'll have Destin take care of that for me. Put all the pressure on you. It's a third down carry. I think Moses back in the ball game, and he might be stopped short. Take that back. First down, Bulldogs.
It's the first down you needed.
And that first down might be the game right here.
It should walk you down at least. You got 4 downs here. If you hand it off, no turnovers. Cover the 2 hands. Cover it over. Don't let anybody pound it away from you. It should take you down to at least 30 seconds left.
And I think they did a great job getting the ball in the 4-minute mark. We know, Adrian, they can make a 4-minute, 5-minute possession, so they can keep the ball for the rest of the game, and I think they will. Again, that interception was just killer for Greenville.
Good play.
1 timeout per side. 2:06 to play in this game. Adrian leads it 41-28. From their own 40-yard line, it's a give. Malik Ray gets near the 45, call it the 44-yard line. Clock inside a minute, and a timeout on the field. The Panthers take it.
It was their last one. I mean, you might as well use it. Try and give yourself one more shot. I don't think it really meant anything. Might be a chance to get some subs in and get them some experience here at the last 2 minutes.
Again, that last possession, I feel like not only did it cap off with the interception, they just took too much time on the clock to get downfield. And they did have to go 92 yards, which is a tough deal. But again, you're down 2 scores. You need 2 scores to win this game. You got to get down there in a little under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's been fairly obvious, to me at least, that this is a team that wants to run the ball. And so far, Greenville. And so far, yeah, that's what they've been trying to do. But, you know, if you're down 2 scores, it's really hard to stick with that running game. Putting Butterfield in a situation that he really hasn't been in all years. They've put up near 50 points a game. They haven't really run into a defense that can do what Adrian's done.
Yeah, and especially because you mentioned it, like if you look on our side of the ball, we've able to build up a great lead, get Jack some great passes by building off our run game. And now our defense did a great job not letting Greenville get their run game capped off, so where they get a lot of those throws, but a lot of those are broken plays. A lot of those are on our own personal mistakes by our defense, so you can't really say it's Greenville making great plays. It's our defense kind of missing assignments, missing tackles, and missing great reads.
A pick 6 for Ty Diener, an interception here recently, and a 4th down stop for the AC defense. 1:56 to go in this contest. It's a handoff to Malik Ray. Pinballs through a couple of would-be tacklers. Brings up a 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and a long 2.
Looking at the clock, it is going to take one more first down to get to the end of this game. With the 40-second play clock and all that good stuff, you just got to pound the rock. You got a 3rd and manageable. You got 2 downs to do it. I don't see him punting. If you get there, you might as well try and keep the ball and not give it back and give Greenville any momentum to go into next week.
Any chance.
Under 1:30 to go. Bulldogs moments away from win number 1 on this 2021 fall season. As we head north next week to Finlandia.
Have fun.
Thanks. A lot of scenery up there.
Yeah.
It's Malik Ray. He won't get it. Greenville with a good stop on 3rd down. And we'll see what Coach Bailey and Coach Deere want to do. They might send Austin Benke out for one more punt. Should be about 20 seconds on the play clock, or game clock, I should say, when they snap the ball. Coach Deere might use his timeout
here.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. I think you're going to see a timeout here. A little bit of, let's talk it over, just make sure. Like I said, I think it's a good idea to go for it. Work on your 4th down conversion rate. See what you can pull out of your pocket.
Running that play clock all the way down. Coach Deere standing by the official. They've used the timeout on special teams, defense, and now on offense, so they distribute the wealth nicely. We'll take a 30-second break with them. It's Adrian leading on homecoming, 41-28 over Greenville. We'll be back with the final moments of this one on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Final moments here in Adrian, Michigan. It's the Bulldogs homecoming on their way to win number 1. Ian Went. We have Dustin Foy. We have Matt Kibbe up here for the fourth quarter as Jay is out running around.
Yeah.
Matt was running around the first 3 quarters.
That was working.
You were?
I was.
And you're looking good, too.
Hey, I appreciate it. I know the radio can't
What
see me,
decade did you find those at?
70s.
Okay.
That's what I went with. I like it, though.
I'll just tell our listeners purple.
Purple, black,
Yeah.
white, a little bit of
Is
blue
it?
on
Are they
there.
going for a floral look?
I don't know. It just vibed with me. I
It's
saw
a
it.
shade of floral.
And I vibed with it.
Just know Matt Kibbe is cooler than you. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Breaking news.
I don't know. I'm not as cool as Moses, though, down there. Homecoming
No.
king this year. Congratulations to him, by the way. And Bailey Henry, the queen.
Royalty. Certainly a different scene than last year in terms of the festivities. A 4th down run.
Oh, there you go.
How about this? Malik Ray will get an Adrian first down.
He's going to do it.
That's the last play of this ball game. And last homecoming, it was a comeback against the Olivet Comets. And a walk-off win for AC. This one a little easier in terms of the score. Right at the end, it's 41-28. Give credit to both teams. They played an excellent ball game. Both offenses did their thing. They moved the ball, but it came down to execution and that Bulldog defense.
And it came out to, those 2 possessions where Greenville turned the ball over. That first pick 6 really put them in that 14-0 deficit, and they really just never was able to climb out of that. They tried at the end of halftime. Right before halftime, and they tried on the last few possessions here, but again, just couldn't get a lot to go altogether. Couldn't get a complete offense like we were able to here.
Both teams shaking hands at the 50-yard line. And we will join Eric Ayala, the defensive coordinator for Adrian College, right after this 30-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
It's a homecoming win for the Adrian College Bulldogs, 41-28 over Greenville Panthers. Ian Went, Matt Kibbe, Dustin Foy, and defensive coordinator for the Adrian College Bulldogs, Eric Ayala, joining us post-game. And I couldn't say enough good things about your defense today. I was trying to find more adjectives. I couldn't. It was a really solid game, an offense in Greenville that can score a lot of points. So where did you start putting this plan together?
Well, we knew their quarterback was good. We knew their running back was good. Athletic receivers and the tight end was really good. And so when you start on Monday, breaking down what they do, we knew we had to take away those 3 guys. And we did just enough of that to give us an opportunity to win a football game. And over the course of the day, that's exactly what we did.
Last week it was Sam Madrid, the linebacker, who really stood out. This week it was Ty Diener, pick 6 and an interception late. He was focused and dialed in.
Oh, yeah. We knew they were going to go vertical, and, we put him on an island most of the game. And, it seems like when we challenge him, he steps up to the occasion and, plays his best football, and that's exactly what you saw out of him today. Probably should have had one more, too, but, that's something that we'll work on this week.
So an awesome game for the defensive secondary. I want to turn the attention to the Greenville running game, and I talked to Coach Deere on Wednesday, and he said, I know Sean Cohen is really good from Hanover. He said that Garrett might be better. So how did you attack that?
Yeah, certain things that they did, we knew we could take him away, with our defensive end, with some of their option stuff. He's good, man. I mean, he made us look dumb a couple times. We struggled to tackle him at certain points of the game. He's a good football player, and when we were comparing him, we thought, he's probably not as strong as Moses, but, he's as athletic. And so it was a challenge for us, and we contained him enough, again, like I said, to win a football game.
Defensive coordinator here at AC, Eric Ayala. Coach, go celebrate with your team.
Will do. Thanks.
Right. Thank you so much. Again, a Bulldog win here on homecoming, 41-28. We'll be right back with more of our postgame show after this 30-second break on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Football on ACTV and
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back. It's a homecoming win number 1 for Adrian College. The football team kicks off their fall 2021 season, their first win. They're now 1-2 on the year. Looking at several options for player of the game, there's certainly multiple on both sides. Who wants to take it, Dustin?
To me, I think my player of the game is Stephen Moses. He did a great job getting out there. He was averaging 6.6 yards per carry, 187 yards on 28 carries. And just 1 tackle for a loss, 2 touchdowns. He was just spectacular tonight all game. He was able to dictate the pace for the Bulldog offense. They really led the way with him. He was a tank down there and really was able for them to put up this many points.
Yeah, the defense forced a lot of turnovers as well. You had the pick 6 and that last interception down the stretch there. So plenty of deserving on the defense side of the ball as well, though. But, Stephen Moses controlled the clock. I honestly thought Jack Werzer played a great game as well.
Yeah, certainly a bounce back for Jack. My vote would be Ty Diener with 2 picks. That's pretty rare for a defensive back to do, but we'll discuss. We'll pick our player of the game. We'll have that for you in 30 seconds on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Homecoming win for AC, 41-28 over the Greenville Panthers. It's a full booth here. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, Dustin Foy, and Matt Kibbe all here with you. Player of the game, a great game for Stephen Moses, but we're going defense, Jay.
Yeah, Ty Diener, 2 interceptions, including the game-changing pick 6. I think once he got that earlier in this game, I believe first quarter or first half, can't remember, but that pick 6 really set the tone for the game, and the Bulldogs never looked back after that.
Absolutely. And, we debated Moses. And, I asked, did he get over 200? He was close. He had 2 scores. I think he'll do it again this year. Well, I think he's due for 2 scores in other games. He'll get his fair share of player of the games, I feel.
Well, how about this combination between Stephen Moses and Malik Ray? 46 carries for 255 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Credit to the offensive line as well. They all made it happen. A team effort, a team win. Jay, we're going to get in a car or a bus and drive up to Finlandia next week as they go and take on the Lions.
Yeah.
A pride of Lions.
Can't wait. Yeah, that one is correct.
There's a word we can use for that. It's not a pack of Panthers, a claw of Panthers.
I told you they travel individually, so there's no word for a group of Panthers.
Even if there's a Panther family, there's no... They just call them a family?
Family of Panthers.
Okay. Panther Talk's done. All right, Matt says we're done Panther Talk. Appreciate you all tuning in on Homecoming. It was a great atmosphere in the stadium, I'm sure around campus. A big thank you to Buckeye Cable Sports Network out there giving us that video feed and all the interviews. Matt, Jay, Dustin, I think you'll be on there before too long. So great game for the Bulldogs. Good to come out with the win. We'll go for win number 2 next week. For all the Bulldog fans, for all our listeners on the Adrian College Sports Network, For Matt, Destin, and Jay, I'm Ian Wentz saying so long from Adrian College.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee and Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.